Hello and welcome to this week's Cities in a Snap event. I am your organizer and host, Kazjem, and I would like to thank all of you for coming out today. A couple brief things. First of all, thank you moderators who help make this happen. They help keep the chat kind of sane. They also help answer a lot of questions. They also do things such as managing the Discord, managing our Facebook page, keeping the Instagram and Twitter running, and a variety of other activities such as being giveaway wardens. Also, I want to thank all of you who help make this event happen on a weekly basis. This does take a lot of man hours on the back end, and it's up to you guys to make sure that it can continue. You guys can help contribute to the Cities in a Snap event directly by subscribing to this channel here, twitch.tv/citiesinasnap, or by going and giving bits, or you can donate directly, or you can even sign up for our Patreon, link down below. And we also want to encourage all of you to let your friends know how you spend your Saturdays, and also be sure to hop in the community Discord. We are in there all the time, we're answering questions, we're responding to feedback, and we're continually trying to make this event better for you, the viewer. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out, thank you to this week's participants, and I hope you enjoy this week's Cities in a Snap. Hello! How is everyone doing? This is your host, Kazjem. We are getting ready to have a perfect and beautiful day. 1 second. Had a little bit of a chaotic thing there. There we go. Hi, how is everyone doing? We are ready with Cities in a Snap. Hi, Kaz. There are links down below. Pog, there have been links down below. Who is this person? This is the Kazjem. What is up? You ever don't ever not get spooked by this? Well, that's okay. We're here to get you unspooked, Ignis. How is everyone doing? We've got some magnificent stuff happening today, and I can't wait to show you what these folks are going to be doing, because these 4 participants down below are going to be building a small town in the rural US style. Obviously, there's a lot of different routes they can go. They are playing on a map that I will make available in chat here shortly, but it is actually one model after my hometown. Not my hometown, but my current town that I live in, Norman, Oklahoma. Not my hometown, dear goodness, could you imagine? But yeah, it's a phenomenal map. It's a great thing because it's got a lot of open space, because a lot of the rural US is actually a big flat area, mostly in kind of the center of the United States, and that's kind of what I've had in mind for this. So they're going to be challenged because they can't rely on the terrain features. It's going to be purely on their own ingenuity and wit that they're able to come out on top. So let's go ahead and edit map, and boom. Next week, we actually have 2 events next weekend. We have this Saturday mainline event. It'll be Rural Europe. It's going to be absolutely great. I can't wait to get you guys in there for that. And then, of course, we will have a special charity event that Sunday. So 1 week from tomorrow, there will be another event. It will be a charity event, breast cancer awareness. It's going to be phenomenal. The full details of that will be announced later, but we'll be also revealing some information as we go here, such as, I want to take this to announce that there will be a giveaway every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, there will be a giveaway during the build next Sunday, sponsored by Paradox Interactive. So thank you, Paradox, for making that possible and for helping support the charity event for Breast Cancer Research Foundation. All right, so our 4 contestants, let's go ahead and introduce them, shall we? So first up, of course, we have Gratham.me. Gratham.me is a regular in the Skylines category, does a lot of interesting builds. He did a 1-to-1 build fairly recently that he absolutely loved, and now he's actually getting ready to start up one for Ancient Pompeii, and he's actually creating his own assets for it, and he is getting really good at that asset creation, and it's going to be absolutely phenomenal to see where that goes from here. And then, of course, participant number 2, we have a regular to this event, Cybex. He isn't in there quite yet. He is logging in, but he is great, does a great job building, and is another regular in the category. Participant number 3, Kitty Claude. Relatively new to streaming, but not new to the community. Helps out on here with moderation, helps out in a lot of channels with moderation, and is really stoked to be the fill-in this week for Rural United States build. Turking, what's up there, Toady? Oh, what I just missed, Reparadox. Oh, we have next week during the charity event, during the charity stream, we are going to be having a giveaway every 15 minutes during the build phase. That's right, every 15 minutes during the build phase, So over the course of 2 hours, there will be 7 giveaways sponsored by Paradox Interactive. And here we go, folks. Here we go. And before too long, we are off. Welcome to Cities in a Snap, Small Towns, Rural US Edition. Lurk for a bit, be right back later. Hype! The hype is real, folks, and they now are beginning. There is our 2-hour clock. This is so great. I cannot wait. The hype is real. So is this. Indeed! Toady, I love that you're here even though that you're working, and I know it's because you're trying to get new ideas for your charity build next week, and I think it's going to be absolutely great. What is up there? Julian, usually working. Oogly Guy, hope everyone is enjoying the idea of these rural towns and the rural US here. Because again, small towns doesn't necessarily mean rural, but we did pick rural because a lot of people tend to think small town, rural, even though there are small towns that are in a more urban setting. Famous examples being such as, there is actually a really good one here in Oklahoma City. It's called, it's like Bed something? I don't remember. But basically it's a town. It's a small town of like 800 people, but it's completely enveloped by the city around it. And you actually just like cross through a little gate into the city, and then you cross another gate once you leave. They have their own town hall and everything. It's really hilarious. Chris, you're so here, so the party's here. Exactly, 2-minute warning. Wait, there's no 2-minute warning. We're already going, Greg. Wait, what? Oh, that's weird. That's weird. Hang on. I sent the wrong timer out. Hang on, folks. Hang on. Don't freak out. Tell the contestants not to freak out. We sent the wrong timer. I blame myself. There we go. And it should transition over now. There we go. What's with the timer? I entered the wrong time. I entered 2 minutes instead of 2 hours. What's up, Stu Energy? I hope you're doing well. Bethany. Yeah, Bethany. I thought it was Bed something, but yeah, Bethany. It's hilarious. It's a little tiny town right in the middle of Oakland, AC. There we go. 2-minute speed build. I'm in. Toady. You know, I can't wait for Toady to challenge someone to a grudge match. Because remember, folks, we have grudge matches now. That's right. Use the grudge match command to figure out how you can schedule your own grudge matches. I was about to say, this is one heck of a speed build. I know, right? 2 minutes and snap. Can't wait. Jedi playing. Oh, yeah, exactly. He'll take 4 hours to be like, wait, it's already been 2 minutes? Yeah, it has been, Jedi. Dear goodness. All right. So let's go ahead and hop in, and let's go ahead and have a quick little chatterino with each of our participants. And first of all, of course, it means that we're going to be speaking with Gratham. What's up, Gratham? So, what do you think of the map? What do you think of your competition today? How's it feel to be back in Season Snap after almost 4 months away from it?
Wow, 4 months. I thought it would be, to be honest, it felt like it was more. I'm quite surprised you're actually saying it's 4 months.
Hang on, let me double check. Oh, sorry, it's 5 months. It's 5 months, sorry. It's all running together, you know how that goes.
It's, weird. I did a lot of practice last time, which came in very, very handy this time round.
Right.
This one, I've practiced significantly less than the other one, though. I mean, I really like this competition, so it's good to be in it again, to say the very least.
Right, so what do you think of your competition? You're up against some friends. You've got Cybex, Kitty Claw, Dawn Lane.
Well, I am worried about their own time to practice, but I wish them the absolute super very best. And sorry, I had to put Anarchy on then. I really, really, really hope that they do okay. Like, I hope it's not too much of a shock for them to be sort of put in at this late moment.
Oh, no, they love it. They absolutely love it. They've even mentioned they've been like, please put us in, catch them. And I was like, all right, you got it. I'm just that generous.
The building go. It's over here.
It's somewhere like that. So, what do you think of the map? What do you think of the map? Is it an interesting map for you? Do you appreciate how empty it is, or do you feel like it's a little too empty?
One of my first maps that I did for my practice was fairly open. But not this open. Like, this is desolate Greenland right here, right? This is... I was trying to practice more like North Carolina, sort of East Coast kind of thing. Like, there's little sort of like fiddly bits of mountains and stuff.
Right.
I am prepared. Like, I'm prepared for all eventualities. I started off with Iowa, which isn't necessarily too different.
Gotcha.
From this kind of this flat expanse of territory. But again, never this flat. So hopefully I can fit everything that I want to in a very, very beautiful way.
Hopefully, yeah, because again, it is a very flat area. For those that don't know, I actually currently live in Norman, Oklahoma, the map that this is based on today, and it is this flat. Like, people like to joke, oh, it can't be this flat. No, it really is this flat. People get excited that there's like a 20-foot rise in the distance. It's like, oh my goodness, look at that huge hill. It's like, dude, that's nothing. Yeah, that was like my backyard back in Missouri. Like, come on. All right, so now, Gratham, with your build, do you have anything in particular that you're going to try and implement, any strategies, or are you just going to try and bring a little bit of that Gratham touch to the idea of the US rural towns?
So I've really been focusing on getting the feel, right? For me, like with Singapore and all those other things I've done before, it's always been, I've got to get the feel correct, which is what I've been trying to sort of harvest my chat for information whenever I've been practicing and things. So I have a pretty good idea of what I need to do, to say the least, hopefully, about what I need to do for this build. Even though I wasn't expecting it to be this flat, I can definitely change everything that I've done to deal with this.
Awesome.
But yeah.
Well, and again, so with your Singapore build, that's actually something that was really great. I loved seeing that evolve, and I can't wait to see how your building has evolved, because obviously for that you had to slow way down, but I can't wait to see what tricks you're going to bring to the table and all that, because again, after 5 months away from Season Snap, I bet you're ready just to chomp at the bit and get right back in there, aren't you?
Definitely.
Awesome. Well, folks, again, this is twitch.tv/GrathamMe. Be sure to check him out sometime, and Gratham, we're going to get out of your hair. We are going to go ahead and visit the others, but good luck, and we'll be chatting with you around the halfway point.
Have fun, everyone.
Awesome. And now, folks, we are on to participant number 2, Cybex Streams. What's up there, Cybex?
Hey, what's going on, Kaz? How are we, guys?
Doing pretty well. It's Saturday, Season Snap Day. Hey, it's always good. Right. But I feel like we just did Season Snap recently. I feel like we just did it like on Thursday or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah, something like that. The grudge match, that's right. Where you beat Kitty Claude, or were beaten by...
One of those answers.
One of those, okay. One of those is true. You can neither confirm nor deny, right?
That's right.
And yeah, Cybex's camera is delayed. That's just a function of Twitch. We can't really help it, unfortunately. Sorry, chat is always curious. Anyways, so
yeah,
Cybex, you want to talk us through a little bit. So what's your thought? What's your play here with diving into rural US small towns?
Yeah, so I've already like pretty much won, I think, because I just built a McDonald's. So I've pretty well conquered US and small town.
It's missing some signage, but yeah.
Yeah, we're working on it. Actually, oh no, I just used the wrong asset. That's all. But yeah, there we go. Bada boom, bada bing. But yeah, so we're just working on kind of laying out some of the basic stuff that you see in Small Town USA, and got some pretty cool projects planned here that I think you're gonna like.
Nice. So what do you think of the map? Obviously, it's not the typical kind of map we pick for Cities in Snap. It's a lot more blank canvas than we normally have.
Yeah. I don't really think I'd ever want to know anybody who lives anywhere near anywhere like this. So.
I know, right? Those guys are probably all jerks. But,
yep.
So what do you think of your actual competition today? You're up against Gratham, Kitty Claw, Don Lane. You guys all know each other. I mean, do you feel like you have a good chance coming out on top? Do you think you'll be able to redeem yourself after last month?
I think so. I mean, it's a genuinely beautiful cast that we've got today. Beautiful roster. I'm excited. I think it's going to be epic.
I'm glad. So, as far as strategies, obviously you're implementing McDonald's, which is obviously a winning strategy. And since you're eating their fries on stream, I mean, it's basically a twofer at that point. You're basically walking McDonald's out. And Big Mac, I mean, you are just on top of that. And look at that, just eating the fries during the interview. You know what you're doing here.
Chill.
Yeah, exactly. So, other than the McDonald's, so what other strategies, what other ideas are you going to try and invoke in your small town build today?
Yeah, so excuse me. I'm working on right now a city square. So we're gonna have kind of a city square look going on here. Kind of a pretty common thing in a lot of this area. So we're gonna go kind of city town feel. We'll have like some of your like 60-degree parking, that type of thing around here. Some old school buildings, some of that kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean I'm still kind of throwing it all together, but that is the game plan as of now. We've got a few little small town projects and things that I want to work on. Maybe a little city park, things like that. And I can't wait. It's gonna be a blast.
Awesome. I can't wait to see, especially because, again, that town square vibe, that's always something you want to try and get right, because a good town square can make a build, but a bad town square just looks bad for everyone, and you don't want anything to do with it. But let's just hope that you get it right. And folks, again, this is twitch.tv/Cybex streams, and we will be checking in with you around the halfway point. How's that sound?
Sounds good, man. We'll see you.
Awesome. And now we are on to Kitty Claude. What's up, Kitty Claude?
Hi, not much. Just participating in the Cities in a Snap this week.
That's true. That's 2 in 1 week for you, isn't it? Because you're here today as a backup, and then you also did the grudge match earlier this week. I mean, you're just on fire.
I am, and then and then the 18th I'm going in again. So
that's right, because you're in the charity event, man. Like 3 times in just 2 weeks. Jeez, are you becoming addicted to participating at this point? Am I going to have to find a new giveaway coordinator?
No, but I think I am addicted, but no, I will never give up my giveaway warden position.
Oh, okay. Well, good. I'll have to put out an application for that. So, when you're thinking small towns, was this the kind of map that you were expecting to get, or were you expecting something else?
Well, okay, so I'm from Wisconsin, and we're more hilly up here. We're way more hilly up here, so I'm not used to...
you are.
Yeah. Like, I'm not used to the flat land, but I can make it work with what I want to do. So I'll still make it work. But yeah, it's just weird. It's like, oh, this is flat. And I'm like, oh yeah, other areas of the country are flat like this.
Yeah, there are. I mean, trust me, because I live where this map is, and I can verify that it is flat as a piece of cardboard. That is what this whole area is. It's just flat as can be. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's a flat earther's dream around here. It's just, I mean, it's amazing. Sorry, I had to bring that joke back from Twitter earlier this week. But I know, right? Doesn't it shock you? Oh my goodness, anyway, so moving on from flat Earth theory and all that. So someone's actually gonna tune in and think that we're flat Earthers now. Dear goodness.
Right, we're not flat Earthers.
Let's rewind that. But so as far as your competition today, you're up against some friends. You're up against Cybex, Dawn Lane, and Gratham. So how do you feel you stack against this competition today?
Well, I'll really have to hold my own and bring out all that I have. I mean, I know Grafton. I've been watching him all week, what he's planning. He actually stole my original idea. Well, he didn't really steal it, but he had the same idea, so I had to come up with something else. And then,
what was the idea?
Grafton, what he's doing. As far as I know, it's like spreading out several small towns with farmland, and then he said he had a couple of things up his sleeve too. So.
Ooh, see, he didn't even reveal that to us. So you just gave us the inside scoop on someone's stream that isn't yours. Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's too much of a secret because he's been doing it on Twitch all week.
Oh, true. It's not much for it. Yeah, it's not much. And that's the thing about this.
He DM'd it to me, so
yeah, a lot of people do practice live on Twitch. So it's one of those things of like, are we gonna get to the point sometime where people try like some reverse psychology thing, like they practice one thing but then do another in the future? Like that's kind of what I'm feeling. Like that's the logical next step at this point.
Well, the joke is that's what Grafton's going to do today, so we will see.
We'll have to see. I mean, so far no skyscrapers, so your idea has hope. But
and I did beat Cybex Thursday night in our 1v1.
You did.
But I also know what he's capable of because I'm one of his moderators and I'm in his stream all the time. So yeah, and then Dawn, of course, she is just amazing.
Oh, she always performs well here. Yeah. I mean, she always gives us some beautiful visuals. She always gives us something unique. And I will always remember her first showing in Season Snap being the awesome, like, Vegas-style fountain setup that she had. That was so good. Amazing. And so out of nowhere. Because, again, it was transit was the theme that week. And she just went all out with this. It's like, that's amazing. I wouldn't have expected to see that. But then again, these days, I keep saying I can't be surprised anymore, but every week or two I get surprised again. It's just like, eventually I will actually run out of surprises, but until then, it's just going to keep not happening. So, as far as, I want to talk for a brief moment now about the breast cancer research event happening a week from tomorrow. So, do you want to talk maybe a little bit about why you're wanting to do that and why you're looking forward to participating in such an event?
Well, breast cancer, affects millions of women each year, and of course, men too. And it is such a serious cancer that we got to get we have to end it. We have to fight against it and end it, because too many women die young from it, or else they lose, or else they have to go through reconstruction surgery, which is hard mentally. I mean, when you're a woman, that is, it ties up with your identity about who you are and your self-esteem, and especially with the way that society is. So it's hard to go through. So I think we just gotta, research it and just fight it and just eradicate it.
Awesome. Well, and again, so I've actually got a special announcement for you, Kitty Claw, because you're obviously our giveaway
Oh,
warden. But we
yes.
will be doing a giveaway. We're going to be keeping not you busy, but we'll be keeping someone else busy in your stead. So on our busiest giveaway day ever, you'll be busy. But we will be doing a giveaway every 15 minutes that day.
Ooh.
The one day that you're busy, we are doing a
Yeah.
giveaway every 15 minutes, courtesy of Paradox Interactive.
Nice. And what is the giveaway?
We're giving away every 15 minutes a 70% off code for the Paradox Plaza store, valid for anything that isn't a new release. So basically, not Crusader Kings 3, not the Emperor DLC, not the new Prison Architect DLC, and maybe not Sunset Harbor. It's kind of reached that point where it might work. I still have yet to receive confirmation from them whether or not it'll work on Sunset Harbor, but it also works for
Okay.
any dollar amount. So you could sit there and rack up, say, the entire EU4 collection, 70% off. Not a bad deal.
Wow. That is amazing, and that is so nice of them.
It is very nice and very generous, and thank you, Paradox Interactive, for
Yes,
sponsoring
thank
those giveaways
you.
for next Sunday. And
That's
now with
awesome.
that, I'm also
Mhm.
going to leave you be with one more thing. You
Okay.
guys will be building a not breast cancer specifically, but basically just a research hospital campus as the
Okay.
theme next week. So you can go ahead and start thinking about that. I've already announced it's
Yeah.
chat, but I wanted to let you know as well. And we'll be chatting with you near the halfway point.
Okay. Awesome. See you
Awesome.
then.
And now we are on to Dawn Lane, participant number 4. What's up, Dawn? Runs to download assets. Toady. Can't hear you, Dawn, if you are talking.
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting I have push to talk on with a lot of things.
Oh no, you're perfectly fine. That's all right. The worst things have happened. So, why don't you talk to us a little bit about kind of what's going through your head? What do you think of the map? What do you think of the theme for this week? Just kind of get us in your shoes.
Well, I'm happy that you actually gave me a normal map as opposed to, like, I don't know, a desert one or anything like
You're never gonna let that go, are you?
Never. Although I say that rural to me is mountains and trees, not flat. So, which I
Right.
appreciate. Don't get me, it makes building easier.
That's true.
But I'm going to kind of stick to most rural areas, basically have the same type thing. There's small towns with one or two industries, not usually a lot of heavy industry, not a lot of offices. It's kind of small. So I'm planning on this will be the extent of my city, this little area here, because I don't want it too big. And I'm going to, I don't know, detail a little bit more than I usually do. So hopefully that'll work out nice.
Very nice. Now, something else here. So, you also work a bit on the back end of Season Snap, and you also are participating next weekend in the charity event for Breast Cancer Research Foundation.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for
So,
that.
we have made a couple of announcements here during the stream, and I'll go ahead and reiterate them to you. So, first of all, we are going to be giving away something every 15 minutes of the build phase. So every 15 minutes of building is going to be a giveaway sponsored by Paradox Interactive. It's each one of those is going to be a 70% off code for the PDX store.
That is so good. I'm so glad that they're taking an interest and supporting this.
It's absolutely great. And also, I wanted to let you know that you are going to be building, of course, because Breast Cancer Research, you guys will be building research hospital campuses for Cities in Snap next Sunday. It's going to be absolutely legendary. So what are your thoughts regarding that? And also just your thoughts on the Breast Cancer Research Foundation event in general.
Actually, I was kind of thinking you were going to go that way for the medical route. Breast cancer awareness is something very close to me. I lost my mother due to breast cancer. She actually got it quite young at age 44 and then ended up with it back. And it did eventually take her life at 64. So I was one of these people who lost their mother by the time I was 38. I've seen the changes because she got it twice. I've seen the difference that the research has come through. It is very close to my heart. I do also plan on doing a couple of little things in my own stream regarding, donations and stuff. So, like, for example, if they donate so much, they might get a meteor or a tornado to come through my build. As well as, more you donate, the stronger the tornado. So,
I mean, obviously. And obviously, you're just trying to whet their appetites for that end of year event where we're doing another charity with full Twitch chat integration.
Oh yeah, I totally would love to be able to donate as much as we possibly can to this. It is very important to me. And I think they can do a lot with it. I'm really hoping that it makes a difference.
Awesome. Well, we are going to have some rewards ready for people so that every time we hit a new tier, we will have a new community goal and a new community reward. So we'll hopefully be able to get some, we'll just say some bonus content for Season Snap out of all of that charity work that people are going to do. It's going to be absolutely great, and hopefully people like the incentives that we produce for them. But before I let you go, I have one more question for you, Don. So you help out on the back end of Cities in a Snap. First of all, I want to thank you for that. And second of all, do you want to take just a brief moment and just give people a rough idea of what you do for Cities in a Snap behind the scenes?
Behind the scenes, basically it's do anything we possibly can to make Kaz's life easier. Between arranging giveaways, making sure people are volunteering and showing up for their streams, for when they're supposed to compete, filling in as backups, the giveaways. Kitty Claude does an awesome job with that. God knows that Kaz can't handle that, and hosting too. We tried that.
I'm just not competent enough. Let's just be.
It's not that you got your job is to make this entertaining and fun, and that's your job. This is it's the rest of the stuff as far as modding and watching chat and beefing this up and building the community and doing websites and now it's the merchandise. Getting people involved with all of that. It's a way we can all give back to the community, and as a streamer, I benefit by people being aware of my stream as much as Cities in a Snap. I think it's a wonderful thing to do. I mean, we all like the game, and this is how you help support the game.
Gotcha.
So, and I strongly suggest anybody that join the Discord, because I'm not there to say it, and join the Discord, register for an event, so that way you can be honored like Cybex the past, and help out on the back end. We don't require much.
Just exists pretty much, right? Well, folks, again, this is twitch.tv/DawnLane, and we are going to go ahead and get out of your hair. You've got a lot of building to do, and we'll check in with you for the post-halfway interviews. How's that sound?
That sounds good, because I always build better when you're not here, Kaz.
Okay, good. I'll get out of your hair then. Folks, twitch.tv/DawnLane. And now, folks, we are back to our quadrants. Oh boy, that was a long interview round. There we go. You can hear the transitions. It's true. The register command, the participants, is DawnLane making a painting. I don't know. Maybe she is. I mean, I think that would actually be really cool. So, also, I want to take a brief moment to showcase. Wow, we've already got 4 very different builds going on. So obviously, Cybex is focusing on kind of a small town square already. We've got Gratham going very much for the nature, going for all of kind of the integration of how things can look and interact with the baseline city that is going to be building. And then, of course, DawnLane doing some Very interesting road layouts. Maybe she is going to make a painting. I don't know. And then, of course, we have Kitty Claude over here already diving into the farming aspect, which is something that I was pretty much expecting to get no matter what with this build, but I'm glad to see it getting, I guess, headway so early in this case. Anyways, I have those days all the time. Exactly. Thanks, Cow's wife. Still can't type. It's okay, I can't either. There we go. If not a painting, it will at least be art. It will always be art because Season Snap always brings 4 unique pieces of art to you every single week, folks. So what do you think, folks? What do you think of our participants? Do you think they're all going to be just grand? Do you think that Cybex will learn that he's using the wrong parking space? And will he know that he didn't download the correct one? We'll find out, folks. We will find out all of this. And also a brief reminder that we do have some upcoming events. You can see right above my face here. You see upcoming events for Rural Europe next week, the charity event the day after that, Rural UK on the 24th, and of course on the 31st, October finals. It's going to be absolutely great to try phoning him, Kashim. What? It's not really try phoning him, Cybex? Why would I? Oh, I don't want to phone him. He doesn't get a phone a friend thing. I would have gone Lumberyards since that's what my hometown was. Really, Lycos? Why would you have gone Lumberyards? Out of curiosity. There we go. And see, Mooks, Mooks, I did get your message. It shows up whenever you go initially into the scenes, but I do need to make it to where it'll maybe pop back up after a few seconds. So that's something that I do need to work on. There we go. Killboy, how are you? Indeed. It's not rural US without tornadoes either. It's sad, but it's true. Yeah, it's not rural US, especially this area without tornadoes. Though all the tornadoes hit the town just north of here. There we go. And it's Mr. Professor. How are you? Glad you popped in. Indeed, I just get distracted and mess up. Makes heroes. Nah, you're fine. Oh, Cybex. Cybex is basically a meme of this entire community at this point. Rip Cybex. It's okay. He's at least trying, and honestly, he's doing a good job of making do with what he has. Because, yeah, he doesn't have the proper 60-degree parking, but he is making do. He's making it work. Though something I will note, those parking spots are backwards. They are 100% backwards. He needs to fix that. Oh no, he's not going to fix it. Oh no. Guys, his parking spots are backwards. Oh no. Guys, his parking spots are backwards. Oh, that's a big rip there. Oh man, this is so cool. Can't miss it. Exactly, Mr. Professor and Cuboid. I get distracted, but it's a little late for that. Exactly. He doesn't know this isn't Churches in Snap. Crutches and... Oh, ha! I thought you said Churches in Snap. Honestly, that would be interesting. Doing, like, really elaborate churches, but that wouldn't be a 2-hour thing. That'd be more like a 30-minute mega church build or something. There we go. LHD. Something like that. I don't think he's going LHD. Yeah, he's going RHD. Look at his signage. Look at his arrows. He's just going backwards. Bingo. Wait, why are we bingoing? Cybex and Ever both are just me at this point. Well, I know, right? I'm fortunate enough not to be a meme, and that makes me happy. But folks, be sure to grab your bingo cards. Also be sure to challenge people to your grudge matches, folks. That's right, we have our grudge match series now, and we had our first one between actually participant 2, Cybex, and participant 3, Kitty Claude. They went head-to-head this past Thursday, and Kitty Claude ended up beating out Cybex. And it was an absolutely great showing by both of them. They built a New Orleans-inspired French Quarter build, so I think it was met to some success. I do believe that it was fairly successful. How successful is your own interpretation, but I think they both met some level of success. Yes, Kashim, yes. It's fine, the spaces are made for people to reverse into them. Cuboid, I don't think that's how it works, but okay. We'll say that that's how it works. I'm still laughing that he has it backwards. Like, that's honestly the best thing to me. Nothing else matters. He got his spots backwards. Hey, Headley, there we go. We've got Headley Monrose, that's true. Oh, Eclipse Chris. So, you're waiting for a response, aren't you, Chris? I did see your chat earlier while I was in an interview. I didn't address it. But yeah, you are waiting on a response, I bet. My hometown's main industries are CNC machining and labor. Ooh, giveaway soon, guys. Oh, that's right. I need to run a giveaway. Oh, no. Council, what are the odds of you being able to run the giveaway? No, I can run the giveaway. Give me just a moment and we can run that giveaway. I just need a minute to pull it up here. There we go. Let me go ahead and get logged in. See, I don't have to do this anymore. I kind of forget how to do it. You go to, like, Stream Elements or something, right? That's how we do it. Elements.com. There we go. That's okay if you don't want to. No, I do want to. So I will go ahead and announce here that The second grudge match between Usually Working and Imperial Jedi is not scheduled, but that will be grudge match number 2. And grudge match number 3 will be Eclipse Chris versus Kazjem. That's right. Grudge match number 3 is officially Eclipse Chris versus Kazjem. I'll be finally jumping into the fray. I like the trees Kitty is putting in around the farms. Me too. I like having a few of those trees, especially border trees, that kind of define where the borders of your farm are. There you go. I got him. That's right. You got him. You got it. I will be facing off against Eclipse Chris on a date that we will meet out, and we will figure out when we're going to do it. Eclipse Chris, we know our rough availability. We'll hash it out. We'll figure out what the exact timings of that will be. You gotta win that one, I know, right? Oh my goodness, imagine if the host loses. What happens if the host loses? Does like, just the event lose, or do I lose? Like, how does that work exactly? 100% incoming. What? 100%? Oh no. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this thing started here. Go down here. I don't even remember where to do this anymore. I don't even do them anymore. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab this one. And then this is going to be for... Let me see what the giveaway is for. Give me just a moment here. Because Kitty Claw messaged it to me, but I need to make sure I know. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I can't find it. I can't find the giveaway that we're doing. It's somewhere. Ah, here we go. Found it. So it is the City Skylines Art Deco pack. There we go. Art Deco. There we go. And this is provided by I Am the City's Dork. And everyone can grab one chance to win by using !ticket to enter. Do I win the rights to CIS? No. There we go. The host has to wear a silly hat next competition. Oh my goodness. The host has to wear a silly hat. Let's not do that. Kaz loses. Oh my goodness. Hang on. I didn't even get to read that before it went away. If Kaz loses, he has to play Country Roads Music Row for next CIS. Oh no. No, 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 no. We don't want that. There we go. The host gets replaced by the winner. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? There we go. Wait, then what? Oh man, no, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You guys are trying to demote me even further. Oh my, Heart for Toady. That's right, Heart for Toady indeed. And remember, folks, you can always win this and then give it away yourself. You don't necessarily have to use it yourself. You can give it to a friend. You can give it away in your own stream. You can give it to someone else to give away. You can do whatever you want with this giveaway item. And it's going to stay available for a good chunk of time, probably another 10, 15 minutes, something like that. And then we will close that out. Thankful Folder, BB Fox DK. There we go. And WoW has successfully gotten a ticket. And I did see your follow earlier. Thank you so much, WoW. Really means a lot. Also, thank you, Maestro Chan, for the sub. Really means a lot. And then also, I believe I missed another sub somewhere in there, and I don't know where it was. Just give me a moment, and I'll be able to find it again. Thank you to Laszlo for your sub. Thank you so much. Sydney Jace also, and Mr. Tommy. Thank you to all of those folks for your lovely subscriptions, helping keep this community event alive and running, because this event does take a lot of man hours and hours to put on, but you know what? We love doing it, and we'll continue to do so. Has Cybax got more than a church? I hope he does, and if not, then he will have to, well, pay the piper as far as that goes. What are we watching? How come 4 screens? BB Fox, this is Cities in a Snap, where we have 4 builders go against each other. That's right, and this happens every single Saturday. 4 builders going against each other, building the best city they can within a certain set of parameters. And this week, it is rural United States. So the entire month of October is all about small towns, and this particular event is about rural United States. So all 4 builders have 1 hour, 26 minutes remaining to build the single best rural United States town that they can. And of course, we will judge it at the end, and chat is part of that decision. And welcome to the competition, BB Fox. Indeed, what's the asset Gratham is using? Which asset are you talking about? And welcome in, BB Fox. And let me know if you have any more questions. Chris, I think the challengee picks it. Yep. And the challengee does pick. So the challenger challenges, the challengee picks, and then both people agree on a map. Very cool. It is great, BB Fox. It's absolutely good. And let me know if you do have any questions there. And of course, Gratham rolling on in here. And I'm trying to see here. It looks... I actually don't know that asset, but if anyone does know the asset that he's using to create the large bits of farmland, that would be absolutely great. Because I'm actually not familiar with them, and I think that would look great in a couple of towns that I've tried to build. The field assets, I use it. Got it, the field assets. Well, there you go. See, we didn't even need Chris to answer. We had someone else answering. How long do they have? They have 2 hours to build. Right now, they have 1 hour and 25 minutes left, though. It's just a 2-hour competition every single Saturday. They are given the map about 20 minutes before the competition begins, and then it's off to the races. Bearded Monkey or Zardes ones. There we go. Bearded Monkey or Zardes. Oh, they're Bearded Monkey or Zardes assets. I would say maybe Zardes. That kind of looks like something Zardes would use, but I'd have to double check into that. Eclipse Chris, since you have it, are you able to check for us? That'd be great if you could do that. It'd be absolutely fantastic. And of course, now let's go ahead and see what Kitty Claw's got here, because I do think Kitty Claw has some good ideas coming out here. And because Kitty Claw is building immediately just a little residential neighborhood. Now, a lot of people do say, oh, if you're building farms, you stick with that. But what she's doing here is she's having a main road that kind of curves, and then she's having the grid be slightly off-center. And I kind of like that, because a lot of small towns, again, you build it road by road, block by block. You don't build it huge swaths at a time like you do for a large city. So I think this is actually perfectly realistic that would be like that. But again, that's just my personal taste. Is that a vote to see who wins? Yes, BB Fox. It's a combination of a vote and judging. I do judge each and every city. At the very end, we have 5 minutes each to go through each city, see what we think of it, and they try to give us a tour and tell us what they think. And then, of course, at the end of that, I have a rubric that I fill out that you can find by checking out the Discord, and also, chat vote is a significant portion of that vote. There we go. Hosts and participants, there we go. Denmark, what's up there, JFC? Chat votes with the percentage as well as the rubric. Exactly, what Kazwife said. And the rubric is available as Nightmorphers just posted as well. There we go, and this is one of the packs. Okay, Eclipse Chris, let me go ahead and grab that for you. I don't know why you had that blocked. Rip. There we go. I will have to see what's happening there. Polyphony's obviously being a little aggressive there. There's no permission system for Polyphony. We will work on it, though. There we go. Hey, I'll hope you all have fun and have a great Saturday until now. We have had a great Saturday, JFC, because guess what? It's Cities in a Snap Day, the single best day of the week, and any City Skylines Day week. Like any City Skylines player, Saturday, Cities in Snap Day, best day of the week, obviously. There we go. Bad Polyphony. I know, right? It's almost like it didn't program here or something. There we go. Bad. Oh, come on. Don't bad Polyphony. Don't dirt Polyphony. That's bad. You don't want to do that. There we go. All right, bad Eclipse. No, don't blame. There we go. Not bad Eclipse. Eclipse just didn't know any better. Oh, no. Hello, and welcome to this week's Cities in a Snap event. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. I'm very sorry about that. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to go back to quadrants, and I hit the wrong button. My apologies. There's a new version of those farm fields. Kazderp? Yep, that's a Kazderp right there. That is absolutely a Kazderp. That confused me. Oh, it confused me too. I called it. Oh my goodness. Oh. Why'd you do it, Maestro? Why'd you do it? Thank you, Cuboid. Indeed. There are so many assets for farms. There are a lot of good assets for farms. There are a lot of great assets, in fact. I'm a bit tired after 2.5 hours in a cathedral singing at weddings, but at least I got some fantastic face masks with the logo of the cathedral. Oh, wait, really? We post pictures of that. I'd actually love to see that. There are so many assets for farms. There really are so many of them. But folks, what are some things that you would put into a small town? Because when you're thinking of a small rural town in the United States, what is something that you're thinking of that you would like to see in these cities? Is there something in particular that you know of, maybe you've seen on TV, maybe you have in a town that you visited or live in? What do you think these towns are missing so far? Trains? Okay, I can see trains. Happens so often. Cabs Derps needs to be on the bingo. I think that matters. I think that matches with Cabs Jank. It's okay. There we go. No idea at all. Water tower as you come to the city. Yes, a water tower as you enter the city. That's absolutely magnificent right there. And also, I do like what Dawn Lane is doing down here. Let's check that out. Headley, that's accurate. It's very accurate. So I do like what Dawn is doing here. Dawn is trying to create kind of that little tiny, like, that's town type thing for like a whole like 100 yards of a main road. And then it peels off back into more rural area. Now, I think that's what she's going for. I don't know for sure if she's going to stick with that, but if she does, that'd be actually a really neat idea. A gas station right outside the city. Just outside the city. Not in the city, but just outside the city. One that's just far enough that you kind of gotta think it's inconvenient. signpost where it's red. How many people live here in SC? Yeah, exactly. You gotta have that. Missing a town hall. So, my city actually doesn't... Well, actually, I guess it's not a small town anymore. Are town halls still a thing in small cities? A sheriff's station with a saloon and bar. Wait, how old are you thinking there, Quarter Pounder? Small rural U.S. city? Well, I've only been in one small one, so maybe a church that was built in the 40s or so. Maybe a clock tower. A clock tower would definitely fit. Clock tower would most certainly fit. A creepy cult? Really, Sweetsy? Really? One single set of stoplights. Exactly, Toady. No, wait, better yet. 2 sets of stoplights, Toady, and they're both on either end of that little main street strip. So, like, as soon as you pass, it's like, all right, we're in the city! And then it's like, oh, you leave, like, a block later. You guys all described the Town 11. Yes, Kaz, you're 100% right on. I mean, that's how it works, because you gotta have a stoplight to get in and to get out. But past that, it's just anyone's game. What map is used today? I know there's a command, but I can't remember it. The command is really complicated. I'm really sorry it's that complicated, but I'll go ahead and type it for you. It is Norman, Oklahoma from the Steam Workshop, and everyone's typing it. Truck stop with large parking lot for overnight stays. You can see that, Greg. I can definitely see that. And trucks are actually something that I love doing on City Skylines. It's one of those really fun projects, so you can take it any number of directions. In fact, I've been thinking about using that for a Details in a Snap sometime. So what you think, folks? Would you guys like to see a Details in a Snap about truck stops sometime? I think that'd be really great, because there'd be no need for supporting city infrastructure. So you just have a truck stop that's in the middle of nowhere. There you go. Not sure why Toady asked guys, is the command map? Oh my goodness. I think the command is map. There we go. Do we really need stream elements to do that as well? It didn't used to do it, and I have no idea why it does that. I keep removing. I think my moderators keep adding it because they're using the standard command set for it instead of polyphony. There you go. We'll need lot lizard assets. Lot lizard. What do you mean lot lizard? There we go. I love that for Details in the Snap. I'd also love a military base. The military base is another idea I've been told. Like doing, not necessarily even military base, but just like a military, I guess just like a military base and like supporting town. I think that would work really well. Lot Lizard, Mods Dirt, something like that. Has anyone seen the M. Night Shyamalan movie called The Village? No, I have not. Don't ask about Lot Lizards, Kaz. I'm going to ask about it at this point, Cuboid, because now I'm just curious. There we go. Alright, Kazem, went local for the map. Yeah, exactly, I went local for the map. I went very local for it. I have. Wait, what? Oh, no, I don't want to know that. There we go. You also need the ROTC building in the corner of the small town. Practically every single one I've lived in had one. True. What about an airport? Maybe an airstrip, Maestro. Not necessarily an airport, but like a single airstrip. Yeah, that would definitely work. It leaves it open to Air, Navy, Army, too, which is really cool. Exactly. Trucker slang with definition not suitable for this channel. Got it, Grandpwned. Got it. Got it. There we go. Rail lines through downtown. Yeah, that would make sense, Greg. Like, right along the side of downtown. In fact, the city that I do live in that this map is based on, Norman, Oklahoma, the rails actually border. Not border, they actually kind of go straight through our little downtown strip that we have here in Norman, and then it also runs on the east side of what used to be the city limits. So it's actually really cool. It's a very defining feature in this area. What is our, how do we expand these ladies on the night? Oh my goodness, Cuboid. Area 51 will fit well a small town theme, since there's an Area 51 base next to a small town. Exactly! But yeah, I think that would fall under the military base thing that we're considering doing. Or yeah, we're considering that. There's some other Details in the Snap ideas, folks. Because a lot of people like the Details in the Snap, but it's kind of hard to come up with things that are... Because there's a lot of great detailing projects, but it's hard to come up with ones that can feasibly be done in an hour. Because I'll tell you this, the waterfront shopping from last week was an edge case. I was like, I'm not sure anyone's going to be able to do this, but we got 4 very good shopping centers. It's not old European church and modern church. Maybe. Reminds me that a functional grass runway would be awesome on the workshop. Many small airfields do grass runways and not asphalt or concrete runways. Right! Or even, what about a worn down runway, JFC? Where you actually have asphalt and gravel and all that, but you have grass patches popping up. That's actually something that I'd like to see as well. Graveyard in the Snap. I actually love that idea. I actually want there to be a DLC that overhauls graveyards so we can have a city cemetery I would love that. And like the more efficient you design it, the more people it covers, the better happiness it brings. If you had things like mausoleums and like little plazas, things like that within the city cemetery, I think that'd be great. And it could have like triple the capacity of that space of normal cemeteries. You could do a lot of good stuff with that. That'll be awesome too, exactly. Elena Falls Cemetery, remember that? That was a good cemetery. That wasn't as good as, oh, what was it? Because what was the one before that one that I did? I think it was in Burneytown. I think it was Burneyville where I did the first big cemetery, and I liked that one better than the Elena Falls one, Maestro. What's up, Kaz? Not much attitude. Just doing cities in a snap today, obviously. Detailed disaster scene in a snap. Exactly. Ghost towns in a snap. I think my historical theme pitch I made you. The historical theme would work, definitely. Also, do you remember how it got flooded? I do remember. What's up, Kaz? Not much. Details in the snap idea. Airport, giant dam village. Put all these suggestions in Discord. These are great suggestions, folks. We need more of them. Was that the one he put next to the elementary school, Maestro? Burneyville was after Elena Falls. I believe Elena Falls is where you had found the assets and wanted to try them. Oh, that's right. That's right, because I tried it there, but then I did it to its full form in Burneyville. I remember now, yeah. And Stampy has ever since, anytime I have a city cemetery come in and been like, this is mine, by the way. Which I think is just hilarious, and also I think he's a very creepy elephant for that. Favela on a step? What's Favela? Don't know what that is. Burneyville is where you perfected it. Not perfected, Maestro, just actually used them well. Because Elena Falls was the exploration, and then I think Burneyville was kind of the expansion of that. Then we got distracted with Sunset Harbor and all that. And I haven't really done a city cemetery since then. We probably need to do it in the town that we're doing. Rocks and stuff. Oh my goodness. Favela. I don't know what Favela is. There we go. Favelas are the slums in Rio de Janeiro. Gotcha. That would be interesting, doing slums. Ooh. That would actually be interesting. Favela's a slum. There we go. Or Brazil in general. Okay, interesting. I didn't know that. Hey, you know what? You guys taught me something. Thank you so much for teaching me something. Because learning stuff is definitely what I'm all about here. And let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at what each of these folks is doing. So, of course, in corner number 1, we have Grathamy. Gratham is, of course, doing, I guess he's, okay, I see what he's doing. He has taken the highway, and he has it to where it merges together, turns into the main street of the town, and then leaves. Now, that's interesting. I personally don't like that design. I understand it. It fits really well for that, but I'm just talking in real life. I hate that design so much, because in real life, it interrupts the flow of traffic. It's just, oh, it's awful. But it is very realistic for what you would see in a small town. That is for sure. And now, of course, in corner number 2, we are going to see... What is Cyber... Okay, so he's still dealing with his town square, and he's got the church in the middle of it. Now, I'm not really sure what he's doing past that. Is he potentially trying to draw an arrow, it looks like, or an arrowhead, maybe? I don't really know. Soweto in a step, slum in a step, fun, exactly. IRL, we have them all over Texas. Oh, really? You do there, Headley. There we go. A lot of Midwest towns have that highway originally go through the town, then built bypass around town. Yeah, the bypass around town is the thing that's becoming more and more common, or has become more common, rather. And I do like that. The only thing that bugs me is sometimes the bypasses they have to do a couple attempts at, basically, because they end up building it to where it goes around town, but then town ends up encroaching on it too much, and then the only way around that is to either elevate it or bump it outside town again. And it just causes a lot of issues sometimes. One good example of that is Tulsa. Tulsa, actually, the Highway 44 had to move a couple times where it intersects through the city just to compensate how traffic flowed. Hello, chat. Hello, cows. What's up, Mighty-O? Hope you're doing well. I do a lot of bypasses. Bypasses are fun. Construction in a snap. That's actually one of our most requested things, Eclipse Chris, and I do want to do that at some point. I absolutely do. In fact, before I settled on a monthly theme for November, I was thinking about having a construction week in November. There we go. We have a lot where you have to slow down to 30 miles per hour, no bypasses. Right, Headley, and that's the kind of thing that's just like, oh, it bugs me. Again, super realistic for a city like this, but it's one of those things that in real life is just like, oh man, why would you do this to me? There we go. So hyped for what Sam does. There we go. I don't know who Sam is, but cool. I'm glad you're hyped for whatever Sam does, whoever Sam is, whatever they're doing. Will population and traffic be a factor for this theme? Yeah, they will still be a factor. Or, sorry, population will be. Traffic is never actually a factor. Traffic is not something that has ever been part of the rubric, except whenever we were doing the traffic challenge, the I don't remember what week we did that, but we did it several weeks ago, where we actually had traffic as the main factor. And I really don't know if we'll ever add it to the mainline rubrics, because this is more about the aesthetics and the overall function of a city. And technically speaking, a good functioning city can have what is perceived to be low traffic flow by city skyline standards. But again, that's all just by the by. So, see, this is not same as grabbing me. Okay, I didn't know that, Minxie. There we go. There we go. Well, I'm glad. I just didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. See, I don't know anything. I know nothing. I'm just the host. I'm hashtag silly. Oh, there we go. So there we go. Still have nightmares. Oh, I remember the traffic challenge. Do you still have nightmares over that, Mr. Tommy? Wasn't that one of your first times in Season Snap, though? If I am recalling correctly there, Tommy? I believe it was one of the first times you participated. Again, I could be wrong, though. Wasn't my first time. Yeah, it was the first time. I knew it was one of the first, if not the first. But yeah, that was just funny. But just think, that led to your long-lasting reign of supremacy before you got finally dethroned by Kigi. There we go. Was the first time? Yes, indeed. All right, but let's go ahead and check in on the others. Let's go ahead and check out what Kitty Claude is up to. So Kitty Claude looks like working on the edge of her town, doing a lot of small pockets, which is another thing that you do see in a lot of small towns. You see a lot of small pockets spread out along a slightly larger pocket in the middle. And I think she's really hitting the nail on the head there. How will the population factor affect the rubrics this month? Basically, I've just taken the population rough that I do, which basically, there's no exact math to it. It's an approximate curve, but basically just like half. So I'm not expecting anyone to get above 25,000 population, basically. If I see anyone get above 20 or 25,000 population, that's going to be just 10 out of 10 pretty much, because this is a much smaller thing. It's about the small town vibe. It's not about getting a lot of citizens necessarily. Yes, Dawn is placing horses. Dude, placing horses is hype. Absolutely hype. And I do like that she is placing the horses, because I think that's just a great little detail that, again, most people aren't going to add. Because most people are just going to take the horse stables from, I believe it's Park Life that introduced those, and they're just going to plop that down and be like, look, we have horses. She's actually placing them as open field horses, which I love that idea. Because most small towns have something to do with horses or cattle in them anyways. It's not big enough for us. Probably not. There we go. Quarter pound indeed. Dawn has horses. That's a win for me. Exactly. The town is big enough for both of you. It's absolutely big enough. Dawn has horses. Exactly. But yeah, does that make sense, Minxie? I hope it does. And everyone else. Park Life came with horse stables. I think it came with the horse stables. I'd have to double check. That seems like something that came with that. I tried building a small town once. It was exhausting. It's because small town, you start having to focus on all these little microcosms a lot more than you would for just building a big city. And that's why a lot of people are like, oh, big cities are super challenging. It's like, honestly, I think it's just as challenging as small towns. And I think this is proving it. Because if they were easier, then they should theoretically be getting done. But it's not easier. I think it's just as hard, just it has different things that make it harder, is the big thing here. Alright, and really quickly, before we hit our midpoint interviews and all that, we are going to end our giveaway. So go ahead and use !ticket to enter. And then after we do that, we're going to run a brief commercial break, and then we'll be right back with those halfway interviews. But before all that happens, here is the winner of the first giveaway. The winner of City Skylines Art Deco is LaWarshes. I can't pronounce that name, but congratulations, you have won City Skylines Art Deco pack. Be sure to message myself or Kitty Claude on the back end, and we will get you your key later on this evening. Congratulations there. And now, folks, a very brief commercial break, and we will be right in with some midpoint interviews. Don't go anywhere. Season Snap, we'll be right back. All right, and we are back, folks. Sorry about that brief little commercial break, but again, if we want to be part of the change that Twitch needs, which is to get a little bit more of that advertising revenue, that is what we must do. And when I'm not subbed, I don't get ads. Might be locations. It might be locations, but let's go ahead and hop into those halfway interviews, shall we? What's up, Buttercat Luke? It was fine on my end. Oh, I bet it was. Quarter pounder, but I think it's because I'm in the Middle East. Nobody wants to advertise to me. Rip. Yeah, it might be locations. It absolutely might be. Who won the giveaway? A name that I can't pronounce up there, Adventures of AJ. You're going to have to scroll through chat to find that. But let's go ahead and dive into our interviews. And the first of our interviews, of course, is going to be with the one and only Gratham. What's up, my friend?
Hi, Kaz Jim.
Awesome. So you got just over an hour left. So how are you feeling? How are things looking? How are things playing out? Do you feel like you're ahead, behind, somewhere in between?
So I haven't got any of my features in, but I've been trying to. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm moving my camera down here because I'm trying to sort of get everything in sort of this field of view. So I'm trying to sort of work on this area. I'm going to go up to the track. We're going to do our miniature farms down here. Do some very sexy things down here. Possibly add some more areas if there's any traffic. I don't really think I'm behind because there's still a lot to do, right? I still want to get a hell of a lot of stuff in. I've got a massive list of things I want to do, and filling this outer edge is probably quite important for the overall look. And again, I'm always going for feel, right?
Right.
I need to get this in for the feel.
Gotta get in for the feel, gotta get it for... again, I think you got their idea. Getting that field of view, getting that one perfect view into the city, I think that is exactly the way that you want to do that. Now, as you're adding all these assets, are you going for a specific balance of kind of the fields versus a little bit of city versus using the assets versus just painting like you are right here? Or are you just kind of going slightly haphazard about it?
I'm trying to sort of group things together. So at the moment I'm trying to sort of fill in this bit here, right? This bit inside the park. I'll probably go up a little bit more over there. I know that my stream's a little bit behind. But yeah, so I'm trying to sort of get this bit out of the way, get my head in for this, and then I'll work a bit more on the city. I'd like to get to about... If I don't get to about 8k population, I'll be a bit annoyed. I'd be okay with 7, I guess, on the very, very lower end. But I'd like to get to 10 if I can. So this town is going to be a little bit bigger. Or maybe I'll just add another one, make this one a little bit bigger. But yeah.
That qualifies as a small town, I think. That would definitely qualify as a small town. I think you're definitely on something there. But also, so one final thing here. So as far as your actual strategy here, so you didn't quite answer, and maybe I just missed it, but like, do you feel like you're on pace for what you're trying for, like what your end goal is still?
Well, again, I feel like there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do here, and if I don't get this bit done, it's not going to feel right. So everything else is kind of not going to fall by the wayside.
Gotcha.
Until I feel like I've got this done. I think I'm okay. I think I don't think I'll be skipping anything. I think I'll get everything I want in. I just got to stop being like I just did just then, like just destroying one little tree off the end of the row there. Got to stop doing things like that, and I'll be okay.
You know what? If that's the worst thing that happens, you're still in good shape. Because, folks, again, this is twitch.tv/GrathemMe. Be sure to let him know if you enjoy his build or not, and we will be checking in with you at the end for the interviews.
I look forward to it.
Awesome. And of course, folks, we are now off to participant number 2, Cybex.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
1 hour remaining.
Hey, man, listen, okay, just between me and you, how's everybody else doing?
Everyone else, you're the only participant. This is all a big sham. I'm making you feel like you're participating, but really, it's just you. I just have 4 screens of you up.
So I'm gonna win. Great. What you're saying is I'm gonna win.
No, you're gonna get 3rd. Because remember, it's Poaching first, Taraj was 2nd, and then you're just competing for 3rd.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the way of things.
Yeah, tough road.
I know, right? But so as far as your strategy, like, do you feel like you're ahead? Do you feel like you're behind? Do you feel like you're making some mistakes somewhere, or do you feel like you're at least somewhat on top of things?
I think I'm in a good spot. I think that if you're looking at my build right now, you may think that I'm behind because I've kind of started on some of the things that I thought were going to be more time consuming, but I am working my way there currently. So we're in a pretty decent spot. I've had a couple setbacks that I've had to figure out with getting the parking spots in. I thought the roads came with parking spots on them, and then I'd already promised them in the first interview, so we had to go. We had to custom place them, but they did make it in, and they're looking good now.
They are looking good. They're looking absolutely great. That's all I'm gonna say. They're looking absolutely great. But overall, though, so you're doing a pretty good job with kind of mastering that small town vibe, because you've got the church in the middle of it, you've got the town square that has a lot of kind of the original shops and stores, maybe some older homes, historic stuff, and then you've of course got the, I guess, the fan out around it with some stuff that was built maybe, you know, a little more recently, but it's still not the best because it's still on the original. And it looks like now you're trying to build towards what would be considered the more modern part of the town. Is that kind of the vibe that you're going for, or is that just something that I'm perceiving?
No, yeah. So this side of the town is going to be there's going to be some more. I don't know the right wording, honestly. Some more of your rural features, maybe. Is that the right way to put it? I don't know. Some more of the things that, like, this is just your straight up like residential area. Some of the downtown shopping, things like that. But for the most part, pretty straightforward area. And then we're going to have some more like of our feature stuff on the other side. So if you were like coming to the city, you would come to the city just for the stuff. So we've got our, of course, features that make it not a drive-through, which are the, you know, or that make it the fact that it is a drive-through. Sorry. So we've got our truck stops in here and stuff for some of the traffic that would come off the interstate just to make a pit stop in the city.
Awesome. So, are there any other bits and pieces that, as you have about 8 minutes left right now, but are there any other bits and pieces that you're going to think about trying to add in to enhance the build? Or do you feel like you've got most of your, I guess, features already in, most of your center points?
Oh, no, I've got only one, which is this center town square. I've got two more little projects that I'm going to try to work in as we go.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Any ideas of what those projects are going to be?
I know what they are.
Well, I'll put it this way. Are you going to tell us?
No, couldn't do that. It'll ruin all the fun.
I tried, chat. I tried to get us some answers, but this guy, he won't give us anything. But you know, he will give you a wonderful time in a stream. So be sure to check him out, twitch.tv/CybeXstreams, and we will be with you for the end interviews.
Sounds good, man. We'll see you soon.
Awesome. And now, on to Kitty Claude. What's up, Kitty Claude?
Hi.
What's up? Yeah, I can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. It's a beautiful day. Cities in Snap and whatnot. Now, you've got about 57 minutes left, right to the nose. So, how do you feel things are going? Do you feel like you're ahead? Are you behind? Do you have any big projects that you haven't even started yet? Get us in your head.
I'm doing my last big project now, which is a park. Like a nature reserve area for people to go camp out and hang out, because it's a big part of rural life.
Right.
So that's my last big project, and then I got a couple smaller projects to do. So right now I'm feeling pretty good, except I need more electricity.
Right, and I do like seeing the nature reserve, because a couple of people in chat have even mentioned, dude, a nature reserve would be perfect for a small town, and I mean, you've hit the nail on the head there, because that is something that you would see a lot of, because I mean, again, you're not going to see a big nature reserve in the middle of a city. You're going to see it in a place like this more often than not, off the beaten path from even this small city. But as far as your actual build itself, I love what you've done with trying to, because you've got kind of those bending roads. You've got kind of, I call them jerk roads that kind of destroy the beautiful grids. And you've done that in a couple spots. And you've made sure that, and I don't know whether it's on purpose or not, but I do love the fact that the grid is very non-perfect, but it's like close at a distance. Was that an intelligent decision?
That's usually how I do my grids. Because I usually start off with grids in my cities, and then I try to get away from the grids.
Right.
So, and then the ground's uneven too, and I'm horrible at terraforming, so I didn't want to waste time on terraforming. So I just went with what I had. So, yeah.
Nice. Well, so as far as So I like that. I mean, hey, it worked to your advantage in this case. But as far as
Right.
the actual like thematic elements, because a lot of these builds do center around, I guess, anchors and focal points. And obviously, you've got one big focal point of your nature reserve. Do you have any other focal points that we should be watching out for in the last 55 minutes?
Well, I do have a farm over here.
Right.
Okay, so I got one farm over there. There will be another one. And over here, I have a horse farm. So I got in the equestrian center and some horses there in a pasture with their farm in the house. And actually, that house right there does look like a farmhouse. So let's historic that. Because I didn't want a house that grew in that didn't look like it belonged on a farm, right?
Right, exactly.
So,
That
yeah.
does look conceivably like a quote modern farmhouse is what I would call it.
Yes, the modern ones, yes. And then I was just filling in space with the trees. So this whole area will be done. And then I got my initial town over there with the industry there. So it's not going to be like spread out. It's just a sampling of what you might see in rural life.
Awesome.
Oh,
So, as far as the actual layout now, something else that you've done that I really like is you actually have a lot of pods, I call them, and basically have like lots of little pods of activity. Now, is that something that you're doing just to kind of have different focal areas, or is this because you're trying to model it off of a specific small town idea? What's the idea with that?
No, it's just because in rural life, everything is spread out. You don't have everything all cramped together. So this is my way of spreading things out.
Gotcha. I do like that a lot. It's a
Yeah.
great way to do it, and also even putting some of it, the farms in particular, on one end of the river. That's
Right.
absolutely great, because that's something you see all the time. You see one side that has a bunch of the farms and cross the river, and then not so much. It's just because of how fertile land is spread out sometimes. Sometimes you end up with one bank of the river that's just a little bit more fertile, just due to how things
Right.
flow. But,
Yep.
so before we get out of here, do you have anything else for us that you're going to be starting to do in the next bit that we should keep an eye out for? Or should we just wait to talk to you until the end of the interviews?
Oh, wait to talk. I will be adding in a farm, though, with animals. So don't fear, I did not forget about the cows and the sheep.
Awesome. We will look forward to all of the farm animals, because
Okay.
Farmer Kitty Claude has got us covered, and we'll be checking in with her during the end interviews. Peace out, Kitty, and
Okay.
best of luck.
Thank you.
Awesome. And now we are on to Dawn Lane, who is going to remember push to talk this time.
I did. I remembered.
Yay! We remembered. So, talk us through it. You've got about 52 minutes left. So, what's going through your head? Are you ahead? Are you behind? How's this all looking for you?
I am so far behind, it's not even funny.
Oh, and why is that? Why do you feel like you're behind today?
Because I had people who were messing around with my settings instead of just letting me build.
So, hashtag blame Muna is what you're saying.
Exactly. That's
Okay,
exactly
I will
what I'm
remember to
looking at.
blame Muna. Everyone in chat, be sure to blame Muna no matter what happens for Dawn. And also, that's a lot of blue that I'm seeing.
Yeah, I was just saying the same thing. Like, what the
Uh,
hell did I...
Should we let you go so you can deal with this issue? That might be a bad thing.
Don't tell me that, Kazjan.
We're gonna get out of your hair and let you solve this. Folks, twitch.tv/Dawn Lane. We love you, Dawn, and we're sure you'll pull it out.
I hope you guys love me.
Oh, of course we do. All right, and so we have our 4 builds. Thank you, Slim Gaming, for the raid. Means a lot. Thank you so much for helping share your community. There we go. And the delivery zone for the chlorine. Exactly. Ooze, Muna. Then 100% my problem. Oh, Lord, I didn't do that enough. Oh, see, once she's out of the interview, it's fine. So, guys, I'm the problem. Jeez. Thank you so much, Slim. It really means a lot. Wishdown, Minxie Rose. There we go. Eclipse Chris. There we go. No worries. Running super late today. You are. What were you doing in Transport Fever? I saw you in Transport Fever earlier. I tried to jump into your stream, but I had a bit of a chaotic morning. As I love me some Transport Fever, too. It's a great way for me to chill, honestly, whenever I'm doing some prep work. She was looking at the sky caption. Oh, that's what's happening. Okay, good. I was really confused. I was like, dude, that doesn't look right. Message Kashim or Kitty Claude on the giveaway. Yes, message myself, Kashim, or Kitty Claude, both on that Discord server, and we will get you your City Skylines Art Deco pack. But now we're giving away the second giveaway for today, folks. That's right, because remember, we've got a couple giveaways for you. And the next giveaway is going to be a copy of PC Building Simulator. So let's go ahead and get that rolling. Go ahead and get that in here, and we'll open up that giveaway. Give me just a moment to get that open. I sometimes forget how to set up giveaways. Please forgive me, folks. I am a little bit on the derpy side. All right. So this is, again, PC Building Simulator, and this is courtesy of Kitty Claude. There we go. And, of course, be sure to enter with ! ticket starting right now, and you can go ahead and have a chance to win that. It's a great game, super fun, especially for the nerdy types like me. PC Building Simulator, that's right, PC Building Simulator, courtesy of Kitty Claude. Because remember, folks, most of these giveaways are actually provided by community members who just want to give back to the community. And huge shout out to those that provide these giveaways. Huge shout out to, actually, we'll go ahead and plug this again. Huge shout out to Paradox Interactive, who, in the spirit of helping us with our charity stream next week, have given us a series of CD keys, not CD keys, but a series of codes for their store that we will be giving away next week during the charity stream. And each one of those giveaways that we'll be giving out roughly once every 15 to 20 minutes during the build phase of the charity, someone will get a 70% off code for their workshop. That's right, we're giving away several of these codes throughout that day. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait to give those to you guys. It's going to be great. And again, that's for anything except new releases, any dollar amount. So you can sit there and get, say, the majority of the EU4 collection if you want, minus the Emperor DLC. You can get that, 70% off. You can get all the City Skylines, 70% off, etc., etc. You're showing your age, Kaz. CD key. Oh my goodness. It's not a CD key. It's basically the same age like us. IKEA is a good restaurant. It's successfully bought. I love that name, by the way. IKEA, I don't think IKEA is a good restaurant, but I like the name still. PDX, yep, the hype for PDX is real. Thank you so much, Paradox Interactive, for sponsoring those charity giveaways that we're doing again during next Sunday's Breast Cancer Research Foundation charity event. And you want to be sure to be here, folks, because we will have 4 ladies building the best research hospital campuses they can in just 2 hours' time. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. What is it if it isn't a CD key? It's a code. There we go. Headley Monorails. It's a code that we're giving away next week. Oh, wait, no. This is the Steam code. The PC Building Simulator is a Steam key. It's a Steam key, not a CD key, a Steam key. And then next week during the charity event on Sunday, the 18th, that is when we are giving away 70% off codes, courtesy of Paradox Interactive. Why not? It's very cheap. Well, there you go. I can't, because I ate there once, and I have heard my friends brag for most of my life about, oh man, IKEA's meatballs are great. And so I try one of these legendary meatballs, and my wife does too, and we're just like, we don't get it. Like, we don't get the hype. Everyone's telling us, oh yeah, it's great. And we finally get to an IKEA, we finally try their meatballs, and it's just like, no. This is awful. This is, like, really bad. Like, I'd rather go out and lick the floor. Like, this is terrifying. That was sarcasm. Hello, there we go. I remember the days when you needed 2 installation CDs to install a game. Oh my goodness, I remember that too, Quarter Pounder. Oh, Kaz, they are overrated. Exactly. There we go. The store was amazing, though. I know you think so. There we go. And Adventure of AJ has gotten a ticket. Beautiful. Is it like? I don't know. Let's see here. Subway meatballs are better. Subway actually does have oddly good meatballs, considering that they are more about making sandwiches. I loved all the organizational stuff. I know you did, Kazwife. I know that stuff is 100% your jam. But you know what? That is more than okay with me. And, oh my goodness, the music just died, didn't it? That's okay. We brought the music back. We've got Mars back. There we go. We pulled in Mars, folks. We got the Mars OST now. I like their ice cream. After a walk around, I always spoil myself to one. Well, there you go. To be fair, it takes a long time to walk through the store. You probably burn those calories just walking through their store. You have a point. Homemade meatballs are much better. I used to have homemade meatballs occasionally, but I haven't since I lived on my own or with Kazwife. There we go. Music is loud. Sorry about that. The music should go down. I believe that Morphous' command went through for it. You young folk, I remember needing 2 or 3 floppy just to get your computer operating systems to work. RIP. At this point, Kaz, that has to lower. No, it worked. Did it not lower? There we go. Wow, music's loud. Man, this Mars soundtrack is unreal. Isn't it unreal? It's absolutely unreal. There we go. I still remember installing from floppy. I remember actually carrying a couple of documents to school on a floppy disk. Now, that was like right when that was in like the late 90s whenever floppies were officially on the way out. But yeah, I do remember having to take a couple of files to school on floppy disks. Apparently, Subway's bread contains too much sugar to be considered bread according to the FDA. That's funny. I don't doubt that for 1 minute. What is Cybex making? I actually don't know. Let's take a look at it and see if we can figure out what it is. Man, as far as some truckers are I agree. It looks like a drive-in. Actually, yeah, that does look like a drive-in. That is great. What's running? That does look like a drive-in. Folks, I think we have our first ever Cities in a Snap drive-in theater. Oh, come on, Eclipse. I remember selling games from numerous floppies, and then the 5th floppy would be corrupt. Oh my goodness, no. Oh my goodness. Does anyone else remember getting... There were a couple games I had like this where, like, I think it was Sims 34 Deluxe Edition for me did this, where you had to have install disc 1 and install disc 2, but then you'd have to go back to install disc 1 to play the game. But if you had to do anything like uninstall or like updating things like that, you had to put in disc 2 for some reason. It was just so janky and out of place. I knew what it was. Well, there you go. Nice idea. Nice idea indeed. I remember Windows 3.1 on F10 floppy disks, I think it was. Oh my goodness. Oh, Kiki, you're such an old man, but that's okay. That is more than okay. Because Kiki is the reigning champion of the monthly Cities in the Snap brackets. Monkey Island, yes. I still use 3.5 floppies, so I have nerdy coasters. That's actually a good idea for coasters. I've got some old floppies lying around. I could totally do that. Who loved dial-up, huh? Nobody likes dial-up. Right, want a screenshot of what I did today? Of course, Slim. Be sure to send it to me and I can post it around in here. I played on an Atari 800 PC with a yellow screen. Now we're just all comparing zip disks. Oh my goodness, zip disks. I always forget that zip disks existed. Remember typing my papers on a typewriter with whiteout. Wait, what? Raven Lutek, are you like for real? That's actually epic. Civ 1? Really, Civ 1. The Sheik, I played in the Sheik. What's up, Sheik? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. How's your weekend thing going, by the way? How's your weekend thing going? Because you told me you might be having a weekend thing. Did that pan out, I hope? There we go. What are the requirements to apply for Cities in the Snap? Mr. Professor, the requirements are that you, A, are able to stream to Twitch, and B, that you just apply. That's all that it really is. You apply, you tell me when you're available. Right now we're taking applications for November, and yeah, just apply and we'll try to get you in. And obviously, if you have, there's a whole set of things for like, hey, which DLCs do you have? Are you console or PC? Things like that. Just be sure to fill out as much of the information as you can, and then we'll try to get you in. We are trying to create new divisions as well because, for instance, we have a separate, I guess you'd call it a bracket at this point for details in the Snap. We tend to do that one on months where we have a 5th Saturday. So about half the time or I'd say a little under half the time now, we have details in the Snap as a 5th event in a month. And then, of course, we also have other things such as the new Grudge Match series, in which you can go one-on-one, mano a mano, on someone else to figure out who can build the best. And that's right, you can challenge anyone you want, and as long as they accept, we will all three meet, we'll have messages, we will figure out when we can get that scheduled. Those tend to be during the week. We will look into potentially doing them on a Saturday or Sunday, but for now I'd like to try and keep them during the week, during not Kaz stream times. There we go. Hey, Core Partner, there we go. Hey, Kaz Gem, can we get a... Hang on. Can we get a 1 hour interval so Katie Claw can take a nap? Yeah, exactly. Oh, I remember still on Half-Life Floppies and started Team Fortress, then patching it to the first Counter-Strike. Whoa, that's weird. 100% participant for details. Oh, I know, details is great. And Gareth with the sub! Can we get some love in chat? 6 months this guy's been with us. Get the love rolling in chat. Another great supporter of the event. Get the love flowing through, folks. Absolutely flowing through. And folks, we have just 41 minutes left. That's right. 41 minutes. This is absolutely great. The hype is real. Definitely real. Get the hype rolling in chat for Gareth Hubble. Agarthubble, indeed, and Minxie Rose, too, in the same place. Man, I can't believe seeing you both in the same place. It's almost like you guys are cyclically connected. Is that drive-thru a single asset, or are they modules, or did they make it from scratch? It looks like he's made it from scratch. And Sweetsy with the gift sub bomb to the community. Can we get some love in chat for Sweetsy? And also, congratulations to PM Designs, Transport Geek, Mr. Professor, Control Delete, and Glam Helen on your new subscriptions to Cities in a Snap. Get the love rolling in chat. There we go. What's going on? What's up, MVA? Cities in a Snap Day. You know how that goes. Thank you, Sweetsy. Indeed. Wow, the hype is real. There we go. And then, of course, thank you, Sweetsy. Yes, there we go. And, of course, congratulations on claiming that golden gift badge, an all-important badge to showcase how awesome you are to the community. There hath always successfully bought one ticket. Folks, be sure to enter the giveaway. Sweetsy, everyone can enter for PC Building Simulator. And also, keep in mind, it's a Steam key, so you can give it away to anyone you want. If you don't want to play it yourself, you can give it away. You can give it to a streamer you like. You can give it away on your own stream. You can give it to a friend. You can even find some random guy at Burger King and give it to them. You can do whatever you want with it. I guarantee it. There we go. Don't forget to enter the giveaway. Exactly. Sweetsy, you are awesome. Oh yeah, I'm golden. You are golden right now. You are absolutely golden, Sweetsy. Slashwave, what's up, Dragonheart? I hope you're doing well. How are you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing excellent. And Miss Vaughn, going for the giveaway. Same with Early Rav. And Minxie Rose, random guy at Burger King. Exactly, random guy at Burger King. Hashtag random guy at Burger King. Oh my goodness. There's just gonna be like some guy at Burger King that some fan goes up to and is just like, this is a CD key. I want you to download this. He's just gonna be like, what the heck? I wonder if anyone's ever done that, by the way. Just like have like a random CD key and just give it to some random guy at a fast food restaurant and just like walk away. Like, what do you do if you're just handed a random CD key? Do you actually enter it or like what? Steam key, not CD key. Oh my goodness, I just did that like 3 times in one day. But I don't like Burger King. You can do it at Subway or Jimmy John's. Ticket max. There we go. Oh, only 1 ticket per Rumble. Sorry about that. There we go. I send a couple messages. Not noticed. I play giveaway. Cashum notices me. You're so precious, Cashum. I'm sorry, miss. You know I'm distracted on days like today. Casderp, indeed. Cashum, that means you're potentially forcing me to go to Burger King. Exactly. Or I'm forcing Gareth to drag you. There we go. I may get Polyphony coming at me. You might. You absolutely might. There we go. So what are you linking there? I'll go ahead and link that. I'll tell Polyphony to behave in here. There we go. No problem, guys. Anytime. Bad boy, Q-Boy. There we go. Look at that Q-Boy trying to get too many tickets. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on, Polyphony. There we go. I haven't programmed her to like links from here yet. I need to do that. That's my fault. I need to do that. There go the drive-in. Forget that. I'm not going to Burger King. Oh my goodness, all the Burger King hate. To be fair, I'm not a big fan of Burger King either. There go Headley Morals. I never remember if I enter or not. It's true. And that's why he likes to enter 37 times every time. And that's why every single time I have a giveaway, if it's like, oh, failed giveaway request from Q-Boy, 36 of them. Luna, failed to enter giveaway, too many tickets. Rip. They have an Impossible Burger though, true. It does not like links today, clearly. Now, I am retooling how that works, so it's possible I just missed something on the back end, because she does seem to be misbehaving a little bit with that, but we will find out. Here, Burger King meat is better than MC McDonald's. Well, there you go. And then a screenshot from Slim on what he did today, so let's go ahead and copy that link. Here is a link of what Slim Gaming worked on today in his stream. Oh. Beautiful. And to everyone who says you can't do beautiful things in Transport Fever, that's all about logistics, I'm sorry. That proves you wrong. That a million times proves you wrong. That is magnificent to see. Thank you for sharing that with us, Slim. That really means a lot. Absolutely a lot. There we go. It's faux meat, vegan meat. Exactly. Soybean, soybean. Whoa, exactly. It's not just about logistics. You can do beautiful things. And now, let's go ahead and see what's happening here with the individual participants once more. Well, is that Transport Fever nuts? It is. Again, he is great at that game. If you want to learn how to play that game, go watch Slim. No worries, thanks. It is great. Absolutely great. There we go. And also, folks, quick plug for the community Discord. Be sure to use !Discord to join the Cities in a Snap community Discord, where not only do you get updates about this, but we've also got people that chat about their workshop stuff. We've got a section dedicated for map creators. We've got a section dedicated for mod devs and asset devs. We've got a spot just for people who stream City Skylines. We've got all sorts of locations like that. in that Discord for you to enjoy and take advantage of. There we go. Wow, indeed. Snipes Morphus again. Oh my goodness, Gareth. Man, Morphus, Gareth's going for your job. He's going for your job at this point. He's just not going to admit it. Poor Morphus. It's okay, Gareth. It's okay. We'll see who wins this between Morphus and Gareth. I think they're trying to compete for something. All right, so something else I do like here. Now, I did say initially I don't like the whole, oh, you have it turning into a street to go through the town. I don't like that because in real life it's spoopy, but he is playing off of this really well to where, yeah, you enter right there, but the town actually goes back along the highway a significant amount without intersecting it. That is so real for this type of area that it hurts. It is really accurate to what you see in these areas. And especially if you look at places like Northeast Oklahoma, Southwest Missouri, you see that kind of stuff a lot, where there's only like one highway exit that services like 8 towns that are near the highway. So you've got to be creative with how you slide along the highway. I don't want to be a mod. I don't want to put the kind of work in. Helping Kaz set the new stuff up was more than enough work. It's true. And big thanks to Gratham and Kitty Claude for, not Gratham and Kitty Claude, to Gareth Hubble and Kitty Claude for hanging out with me last night, helping set up the new RTX 2060S and the new RTX voice feature. That's right. So you might notice I look a little bit more crisp today. Everything on screen is upped in resolution. We have tripled the amount of actually we've nearly quadrupled the amount of pixels that we're pushing through on this stream because we replaced the faulty, dying 1070 with a beautiful new RTX 2060S. And thank you to everyone in the community from Kazgem community that helped make that upgrade possible. That really means a lot. You have no idea, and I'm sure all of the Season Snappers appreciate it as well. Because if we're not for you, then we would not be having Season Snap today. I kid you not. There we go, because that graphics card is currently out of the case and dead. Like, it's dead. Like, it's on the ground. I can't get 50% power out of it now. Gadget, what's it like having Gratham Cybex looking over your shoulder? This fun, it is great. I'm used to having people look over my shoulder, and it's basically like having people in your head, except they're outside your head instead, so it's actually a bit more comforting then, because I can actually block them out. Here we go. Gareth Hubble doing pest control again. Exactly, yes, Minxie. And what does everyone think of the new and beautiful setup? Crispy Cats. Exactly, good job, Gareth. Nice. This is like when I first got glasses. You actually found a 2060S. Yeah, I didn't find. I was given one by the lovely people in the Kaz community that pulled together and made that possible. Because basically, for those that don't know, the graphics card that powers Citizen Snap and all that, it pretty much went kaput. It went absolute kaput. I can't get even 2/3 of the power out of it without it shorting out right now. And thanks to the community, you guys made sure I got a replacement, and then people made sure I had a little more so I could get an upgrade as well, and that was just amazing. I don't know what I did to deserve it, but I'm glad that you guys have enjoyed the content enough that you're willing to do that. And remember, folks, you can also support Season Snap directly, and everything that gets donated to Season Snap via Patreon, subs, bits, tips, all that stuff, that all goes back into the event in some form or another. Whether it is getting new graphics done, whether it is tweaking the format, whether it is doing things like writing up things for the website, whether it's doing a lot of back-end work and pre-planning, or even just getting me in here to host. It does a lot. Thank you so much to everyone who does that. Again, you can do it with things here on Twitch. You can go to the Patreon. A lot of ways to do so. Eclipse, Kaz. There we go. And I'm glad those bits went to good use. They did go to good use, Grandpwned. They absolutely did. You actually found exactly. Totally Godbear viewing experience when I went to the 2070 Super. 2060S here. I'm too poor for the 2070 Super. There we go. Cooked capacitors are never fun. It's not a cooked capacitor in that case. The thing that actually went wrong is the fan number 2 on the graphics card actually reached the point where it couldn't get to 60% speed without shorting out. There's a short within the actual board itself that fed that fan, and I tried to find ways around it. I even gave it its own dedicated wire, but the problem is it would then think that the fan is inoperational, so then it would, at a certain heat, turn itself off because, hey, your fan isn't running. And so it was just causing lots of issues, and it was starting to cause lots of pixelation problems, and it's gotten to the point where it's actually crashed out a lot of Kaz streams now, and as we saw last weekend, it actually crashed Season Snap. So again, thank you to those that helped replace that, help save Season Snap and the Kazgem streams. You are all legends, and I'm sure the rest of the community thanks you as well. Same for a 3080 myself. Yeah, I was initially planning on doing that, Slim, but you know how it is. I just randomly only had a couple weeks to replace the graphics card. So yeah, it was not optional anymore. I was planning on starting to save. I was going to try and get one in like January or February, but it just wasn't in the cards. That's okay though. That is more than okay. Because if I can continue to serve the community, then I am happy to do so. But folks, you know what time it is. We've got about 30 minutes left, folks. That's right, just 30 minutes left in Cities in a Snap, U.S. Rural Towns Edition. Can we get some love in chat? Get the hype rolling. Be sure to let your favorite streamers know that you're rooting for them. Be sure to select one of these 4 that you've never seen before, if that's a thing, and let them know that they're doing a good job. And also, ask each one of these people something about their city, because they're all doing amazing, they're all winners. But remember, you are all going to help me at the end choose just one person to walk away as the champion this week of US Rural Towns. And now, with just 30 minutes remaining, we dive into the last leg of Cities in a Snap. Yeah, I'm not expecting to get one anytime soon. Want one for end of November, but pretty sure there won't be stock in UK till next year. That wasn't even an option for me, Slim. That's like, I'll put it this way, Slim, were it not for the dedicated donations for the graphics card, Slim, this wouldn't have even been able to get a direct replacement. Just that's the position I'm in right now. This stream would have been canceled rather permanently. So that's the situation that we were in. So again, just the fact that I was able to get anything was phenomenal, and I just thank from the bottom of my heart everyone who made that possible. Thought the special CIS was in November, but all the participants are legends. Exactly! All these participants are absolute legends! And the special one is actually in December, not November, but you know what? That's okay! And remember, folks, we are looking for participants. Be sure to use !register to know how you can participate in Cities in a Snap. Remember, this is open invite. Anyone can enter. No one is restricted from participating. As long as you have the ability to stream to Twitch, you are able to take part in the madness of Cities in a Snap. Like, I have an old 760 or 275 still working and kicking around the flat just in case. So Slim, I don't have that. The only graphics card I have still is actually not powerful enough to run this event. This event is very stressful on the old graphics card. It's not so stressful for this one, but on the old graphics card, it actually pushed that one a lot, just due to embedding all the streams, running all the transitions and overlays and all that. I never thought it would be that intensive, but it turns out it is more intensive than even the typical Kaz stream. So that is something that I have learned. There we go. Who is in December All-Stars? The invites are still out. I'm still waiting on the first round of invites to get back to me. So we're still waiting on that. There'll be a formal announcement on that once all 4 slots are filled. Right now, 2 of the slots are filled, and I'm giving each person a small amount of time to kind of respond and get back to me. Yeah, mixing 4 streams on one card eats a lot of overhead. It eats a lot of overhead, indeed. Even I'm taking part soon, so Kaz really means it when he says anyone is welcome. It's true. Oh man, please next time throw up the donate in the CIS announcements. Sweet C, we actually discussed that, but myself and my moderators, we came to the collective decision that it was not going to be in the spirit of the competition to do that. So we kept it purely on the Kaz stream, just because a lot of people, just to avoid a lot of conflict, basically, because a lot of people still are very, I guess, cautious about Cities in a Snap. A lot of people already don't get it, so to speak, and throwing up that kind of thing on here whenever it's advertised as a community event, just, it felt like it rubbed a few things the wrong way. So we just decided to subvert that entirely, and we just put it on the Kaz stream only. It was something that we did discuss for about a day or so in the moderator chat, though. There we go. Can you say who is confirmed? No, I will not say who is confirmed until all 4 participants have confirmed. That's fair enough, but it's competition ending. That'd be so sad. It would be. Yeah, the 760 should be good, as I used to stream with that myself. The 275 probably won't be, but it's sat in my old i5 run. Right, and those kind of cards are great, Slim, for, like, for instance, like, let's say if you have, because I have, like, a really old one that I can use to, like, just sit there, run good single monitor, get things downloaded for, like, if, let's just say my motherboard BIOS went and I needed to go super basic, I can get my super basic card, bring it in, get BIOS and all that running again, and then I can just swap it back out for the good graphics card. And that's why it's good to have a simple graphics card around no matter what. A good, simple, reliable workhorse. I've got an old AMD one. I don't remember which model it is. It's like 4 generations old. It's still good. It was considered high-tech for having a DVI on it, though, just to give you an idea of how low-tech it is. Crop circles. We have crop circles, guys. Crop circles for the win. Ooh, let's go ahead and zoom in on those. Want to keep casual and CIS separate. Exactly, Sweetsy. Exactly. I would agree with Kaz. There have been issues somewhere that involve me being around things like donations and stream teams. Exactly. Are there UFOs? Oh, no, it's not crop circles. This is brilliant. This is brilliant, folks. Do you see what he's doing? He is actually creating a small field area, or sorry, a small clearing in the field for the water tower. Now, what I'm expecting to see next is an actual filling station for, say, a sprinkler system. Because if he manages to get a sprinkler system attached to that, which I think he's going to, because check out, he's going to use PO and he's going to drag that across. Yep. Called it. Called it. He's going for that. I knew the second I saw him using those pipes. So those pipes are technically marked for, I think they're marked as like oil industrial pipes, but they work so well for stuff like this. And I was betting that I would see someone attempt something like that, but I didn't expect it to be a swivel like it did now. The next thing I want to see from him is something like a guard or a rail to catch that end, because realistically, that'd be too much torque for the center to handle. But if you also had a carrier on the other side with a wheel set, you could very easily see that being carried around that entire area. So I'm really hyped to see that. Really, really hyped. Irrigation farming, exactly. He's been studying a lot. I can tell, because that is such a good little detail. It's those little details that push you over in this competition. There you go. Bada bing! Water tower, exactly. Now let's go ahead and check in with Cybex. Now, something else I will note. So, we saw these roads at first whenever he was building his actual drive-in theater, but I love those roads he's using for the small town. I used to use them. I actually dropped them in favor of trying to discover new assets a while back. I don't remember who made them, but they're absolutely brilliant. They really give you that, I guess, kind of almost muddy dirt road feel, and I absolutely love that it exists. The tower seems too small now. I think he should probably beef up the water tower and maybe even replace it for the Sunset Harbor water tower. Were it me, I would replace it with the Sunset Harbor water tower, but again, it's his build, his call. There we go. Right, going to lurk, as Pete's will be here in a moment. Have a good lurk there, Slim, and please send me a piece. I could really use a piece. If you place it into your disk drive and close it, and then you type into your website addresses, put into your address bar, just put in to Kazjum, and it'll send it. It's great. It's absolutely brilliant. I think those roads are Byronix. They're Byronix. That doesn't shock me. It maxes a lot of Ronix's aesthetics. Kaz, you still have pizza in the fridge. That's true. I do have a piece of pizza in the fridge. There we go. I'll go eat that as soon as this is over, because I'm actually really hungry right now. Does anyone know what water towers are used for IRL? For distributing water across the land, basically. So you put them at a higher point in the city, and then you elevate from there to create water pressure, so that gravity will effectively create the pressure, and then whenever you turn on your tap, it relieves that pressure as it comes up into your house. There we go. Coach on pizza connoisseur. No pineapple. There we go. Keeping water pressure up. Yep. Exactly, Headley monorails. Are you impressed that I knew that? Are you impressed that I knew that? It's like one of those random bits of knowledge that basically no one actually knows. Just want Kaz to say something? Nope, Kaz isn't gonna say something. There we go. Alright, there we go. You're a pizza connoisseur, exactly. Stole my thunder. I'm glad to steal your thunder there, Headley monorails. That's what I'm here for. Because as the host, I'm here to both steal thunder and create thunder. Is it even a pizza? It's probably still a pizza. Alright, so over here, we've got Dawn with her big residential complex, and something else I like. She actually built a little recreational facility. If you look across the street there, like, far side, you can actually see that she has a couple of parking lots that are attached to a small, looks like football field and baseball field, which, if you have a small town, those are going to be your first 2 rec facilities that you have, because they're cheaper to build, run, and maintain than, say, a full-size football stadium or something like a basketball arena, things like that. So it's absolutely great that she's added that, and it's right off the main strip, which is super accurate to wanting to expand your small town. Absolutely great. There we go. Pirate Troll, there we go. Shush, Mr. Tommy. They're not like Mr. Tommy at all. It's true. We don't have water towers, but our water tanks are usually placed on the terrace of buildings. So basically, the building itself is the water tower. That's pretty common in our larger cities here. Quarter pounders, like if you look at a place like New York City, you'll have a lot of those water. I call them water silos. They're not silos, but just the look of them. They look like little water silos that they are still elevated a little bit, just to give it a little bit of extra push and keep a little bit more structurally sound, but it's normally no more than just a few feet off the ground, but the tank itself is quite large. And it's actually just a great natural way to not only collect water for a whole building, but also make it to where you can more easily have a water-intensive task, like, you know, half the people in the building suddenly wanting to shower at once, but not lose water pressure as a whole. And then whenever people aren't using it, it fills it up, and it's actually a really genius system. The second giveaway soon. Yes, we are going to be closing that in about 30 seconds, folks. You've got less than 30 seconds to enter the giveaway for PC Building Simulator, provided, of course, by Kitty Claude. Thank you again, Kitty Claude, for providing that. And we'll be giving that away here in about 15 seconds, folks. Get your tickets now, folks. Exclamation mark ticket for the PC Building Simulator. It's going to be absolutely great. Fantastic. I guarantee you'll love it, especially if you're a nerd like me. I got Shushman from Adventure of AJ, failed to enter the giveaway. Too many tickets. There we go. Okay, thank you. And of course, folks, you don't have to contribute to these things by giving things such as the actual giveaways, but you can also contribute in other ways, such as the Patreon, subbing, all that stuff. Again, it all goes directly to benefiting this experience for you, the end viewer. And now we will draw a winner of Tex. Congratulations, Tex. F2F65C, you have won PC Building Simulator. Be sure to hit me or Kitty Claude up on the back end and we will get you your Steam key. Congratulations, my friend. I am so glad you won that. You are going to love it. I guarantee it. Unless, of course, you're going to give it away on stream, in which case you're going to love giving it away. It's an absolutely beautiful game. Congratulations, Tex. And folks, go check out Tex sometime. They do a great job detailing, and you would not believe what that guy gets accomplished. Makes me look really, really bad. Like, really, really bad. You have no idea. There we go. Allowed on lanes road layout. A lot of potential for creativity. Exactly. Because keep in mind, a lot of small towns, it's built very piecemeal. Because it's built very slowly over time, piece by piece. It's not like an urban area where you're like, okay, we're going to build this entire avenue system south of, I don't know, Main Street all at once, and then we're going to fill it in all at once, super block by super block. With small towns, it's very much just, okay, well, we need to add a couple streets right here, and then, oh, we need to get this street to connect down there for traffic flow. So you'll see it, instead of going straight up, you'll see it go like that. And you start seeing lots of creative little things like that as things evolve. And it's why it's really interesting to look at small town layouts that grow into a large town. So you can see where they start growing into a large town, because every time a city transitions from being a small town in the area to a dominant town in the area, you see the difference in them going from more flowing road layout to a more gridded road system, which is really fascinating to watch. Unless, of course, it's built as a railroad town. Railroad towns tend to be fairly gridded as they start, no matter what, because they're small and efficient. There we go. Houses used to have cisterns built into the attic or nearby structure to provide pressured water for indoor plumbing back in the late 1800s and early 19s, before municipal systems scaled it up. Exactly, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you for sharing that information. Thanks, anytime, Tex. We have water tanks on the roof here in Qatar, as the country doesn't pump our area 24/7, and for water safety. That makes sense though, Sweetsy. And in that area in particular, that makes a lot of sense, because you've got to be careful about tampering in a lot of cases. Which is a sad thing to have to worry about, especially with something as basic as drinking water in a lot of cases, but that is the world that we unfortunately reside in sometimes. But let's go ahead and figure out, we've got about 17 minutes left. Let's go ahead and check in with the participants again. And as we check in with participants, a brief reminder that we will be having our charity event for Breast Cancer Research Foundation, not next Saturday, but next Sunday. So if you check out that schedule on the website, you can see we have next Saturday being Rural Europe, and then the Sunday being the Breast Cancer Research Foundation event. It's going to be absolutely great. We'll be giving away some keys, some codes rather, provided by Paradox Interactive, and we will also be seeing 4 people build something. We'll be taking a lot of money for charity. We're going to set up some awesome goals for you guys to hit, so that the more you donate, the more Season Snap fun we can have going forward. And the tanks heat up, and if you want to watch midday, you best watch out. So at that point, Sweetie, it's just you might get scalded. It's like, oh, hang on, I gotta wash my hands. Okay, my hands are clean. Also, I don't have skin anymore. I remember the first city I built in CS, the place where I started building ended up creating bigger problems as the city grew larger, even though I had thought I planned well. And that's the problem with organic road layout going to, I guess, a more organized layout. Because if you start organic and go organized, it's not going to flow well. If you start organic and stay organic, you can make it work. And if you start gridded and stay gridded, you can always have it efficient. But transitioning from organic to gridded, or even the other way around, will always cause problems because it's just two road systems that aren't incredibly compatible with one another. They go, oh man, Qatar, that is one of my wife and bucket list of places we want to see, right? There you go. Yep, personal systems are so used to many places. Bahamas, any desert communities. Really, desert communities as well. That makes sense in a lot of places. Hello, chat. What's up there, Irish? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Will we see the Irish koala this month? That's the real question, folks. And also, will we see Irish or anyone else challenge them onto a grudge match? That's right, folks, because the grudge match bracket is now live. We have our first couple grudge matches set up, and I think it's going to be absolutely exciting. Absolutely exciting. And I typed in the wrong command. You can type in ! grudge match for more information on that. There we go. I challenge Cuboid. I'm sure you do, but does Cuboid accept? We don't know. We will never know if Cuboid accepts. And now let's check out the magnificent Kitty Claude, who, again, this is starting to feel for me a lot like areas in my home area in Southwest Missouri. Now, I grew up in an actual city in Southwest Missouri, but a lot of people grew up in areas like this. If I can see her plop in some more trees and maybe play a little bit more with a couple of just isolated houses, then I think she'll be in great shape. But again, she's got about 15 minutes to make that happen. There we go. Thank you for the follow there, FD Bald for Life. Hope you're doing well. There we go. Lol, keyboard indeed. Lol declined. Get wrecked, Irish. There we go. I mean, to be fair, would we really want to see Irish get wrecked by Cuboid? Is that something we really want to see? There we go. This community is awesome. This is the single best community on Twitch, Professor. There is absolutely no exception. I love the city's Twitch community, and that is why we do this event every single week, every Saturday, this time, this channel, with the exception, of course, of it's Saturday the 27th, I believe it is this year. We will not be having Saturday, December 27th, I believe it is. We will not be having a Cities in a Snap event for a fairly obvious reason of it is 2 days after Christmas, and Paz wife and I, it's Saturday the 26th, the day after Christmas. There will be no Cities in a Snap that day. That's the one Saturday that you can count on there being absolutely no Cities in a Snap. And also, there's a possibility that the event on the 28th gets moved as well. There are some things happening for me and Kaz's wife that the 28th of November might also be off the table because we have American Thanksgiving that week, but we will keep you guys posted on that. We should have more information on that here very soon. Keyboard releasing the movers room, move it. That can be remote disabled for when he gets challenged. Slight? Rep. There you go. And there you go. He has a slight advantage just from Cuboid. Slight? It's a very slight advantage. That's all. Challenges Minxie Rose. Oh my goodness, can we see Gareth versus Minxie? Oh my goodness, I would love to see that. Oh, come on, Dawn. Get a couple of those Albertsons assets, things like that. And oh, that looks so good. And it looks like she's going to build a little shopping center over here. Now, I'd like to see her build something like, say, a parking lot for them to sit on, but given that you have 12 and a half minutes left, I'm not sure a parking lot should be the most prioritized thing right here. Mixie doesn't stream, that was the joke. You can both stream on the same computer, obviously. Make it happen, Gareth. Exactly, let's make it happen. Minxie, Minxie, Minxie. No one else? Really? Okay, well, I'm the only one. If one of them challenges the other, sure. If one of them challenges the other, sure. Anyone can challenge anyone, and as long as you let me know and we can get it organized, we will make it happen. Because remember, the grudge matches are a special one-on-one, 1 hour event in which the challenger challenges someone, then the person challenged gets to pick the theme, and then they both agree on a map, and then we all three, the two participants as well as me as the host, we agree on a time and day for it. There we go. Chasm versus Polyphony. I'm already participating, Cuboid, against Eclipse Chris, or did you miss that? There we go. Did ya miss that, Cuboid? That's right. Eclipse Chris challenged me a couple days ago, and after getting the new graphics card in, I am confident that I will be able to both host and participate at the same time. That's not fair to Kazim. I know, but you can do 2. I can't do 2. That's not fair to Kazim. Oh, come on, Kazwife, really? Is it a duck-based challenge? I don't know. I haven't figured out what it's going to be yet. Actually, I do think I know what it's going to be. I'll message you later on, Eclipse, with what I think I want our challenge to be. I'm curious what you think about it. So, Cass, also want you to choose this thing. You know what? I'll tell you now. I honestly think doing, and because you joked about this, but I think there's a lot we can do with it. Turbo abouts. Like turbo abouts in a snap. You and I could do turbo abouts. Go head to head, build the best turbo abouts. What about that? I think that'd be great. I must be off. I'm officially my first wedding a little bit. Wait, you are Oogly Guy? Oh my goodness, that's great! That's so cool. Congratulations on that. You get some hype for Oogly being an officiant for the first time. That's actually really cool. Congratulations. I hope it's a special occasion for you. And what's up, Miss Vay? Hope you're doing well. There we go. Thanks, Captain Streamer. Oh, congrats. Exactly. Ooh, intersection in a snap. Me likey. Well, not that. It's a turbo about in a snap. So I guess that is kind of an intersection, but still. A turbo about. So, Eclipse Chris, do you accept the idea for turbo about? If so, then me and you are going to head to turbo abouts for grudge match number 3. But grudge match number 2 is Imperial Jedi versus Usually Working. Usually Working challenge, and of course Jedi will have to pick a theme, and then we will all decide on a time and date. There you go, Roundabout City. No, just a turbo about, not a full city, like an actual turbo about. You can put some city around it if you want, but like I'm talking actual like intersection turbo about, like that area. There we go. I'm pretty sure we can do some cool stuff with a turbo about in an hour. There we go. And that's what we got. Ooh, Miss Vay indeed. See y'all later. See ya, Oogly. There we go. And how are you doing, Miss Vay? I hope your day is going fantabulous. Gonna have to research it. It's basically like a super roundabout. That's all it is. Think of it like a roundabout, but with slip lanes. That's all it really is. So super roundabout. That's all you have to think of. It'll be perfect and beautiful. How's Mr. Vay? Mr. Vay is Mr. Vay. I have no idea what a turbo about is, but sounds loopy. It is loopy. Basically, a turbo about is, just think of it as a roundabout, but it has a lot of slip lanes and curves going places. It's actually a really efficient way to handle traffic in some scenarios. Chris, you're from the UK. I think you got the upper hand on this one. We have roundabouts everywhere. It's true. There we go. Magic roundabout for the win. This toothache is lucky. Need to thump with a scotch. What? You have a toothache? Ooh. Poor Gareth. He has a toothache. Can we get some F's in chat? And let's go ahead and check out all these participants one more time and see what they are up to. So over here, it looks like we've got Gratham trying to build as much as he can along the highway going down. I still think he's going for keeping everything in that one field of view for the perfect screenshot. But again, we're going to have to see if he manages to hold that up. You know, we've got some appointments coming out, so it's good. Well, there you go. That's good. He's got some appointments. Hopefully they go his favor. But overall, like, please give him our love, Miss Vay. Please give Vay our love. Please give him our love and adoration, because he is an amazing human, and I definitely am keeping him in my thoughts and prayers. There we go. Glad to hear, Miss Vay. Yeah, glad to hear indeed. Now, let's also see here. We've got Cybex. Now, he has spent a lot of time on that little, I'm going to call it a cathedral square, even though it's not a cathedral square, but that little church square really is what it is. And I think it's interesting. I wish he had more farms. I wish he had a little bit more development, because I still feel like he has the least amount compared to anyone else. Now, granted, it's all about small towns, so he has really hit that on the head, but he needs a couple of extra features to really grab our attention, you know? Yes, Minxie, but the Skylines engine really doesn't know how to navigate a roundabout properly. You can force it to, Jersey. You can absolutely force it to. There we go, which is what the magic of magic roundabouts are all about. Not magic roundabouts, sorry, turbo abouts. And now we've got, it looks like Kitty Claw just trying to put in some tree lines. Now that's interesting. I would expect her to use a tree brush right here, just me personally, but I'm not sure why she isn't doing that. Anyone in her chat, is there a reason why she isn't just using a tree brush, or is she purposely trying to keep it light as possible? Because if it's that one, then she needs to go ahead and just get the forest brush mod or the better landscaping tools. That way she can just create a really thin brush and use that everywhere, because I think that'll look really, really cool if done right. I was expecting something to do with rail, Kazim. I was too, but you know what? A roundabout sounds fun. A roundabout sounds really, really fun. I know you know I love trains, but a roundabout also sounds fun to me. I gotta give you an advantage, otherwise I'll kick your butt. Doesn't look like she has the Force Brush Mod. Yeah, she doesn't have the Force Brush Mod. That's why I mentioned she'd have to get it. So that might be something I need to recommend her to get in the future, because Force Brush would be perfect for her right now. Well, about maybe. Doesn't look like she has it. Nope, there we go. So over here, it looks like Dawn Lane now, which also, I love that she has her icon down here now. Check that out. That's absolutely fabulous. But I'm curious what she's doing over here, because it looks like she might be trying to get a rail station in, but I feel like it's a little separated from everything. I would like to see that rail be a little more integrated, maybe on a back road, but still more integrated to where the rest of the shopping is in the area. And I think if she were to do that, that would look lovely, but right now, not a whole lot of time. Not a whole lot of time to perfect it, not a lot of time to really tweak it at all. So she's just got to get something in and get it rolling, because with just over 5 minutes left, anything is possible. Turbobout seems so easy. Would enjoy something bigger or more varied. I'll consider it. For now, that's what I'm considering. I mean, we've got time anyways, because we still got to get Imperial Jedi to respond to me with his schedule. So once that's done, I've already got workings availability. We'll get Jedi scheduled, and then once we get that done, then we can schedule ours. There we go. It's a great topic, middle. You only have 1 hour, Chris, and you could build a park in the middle. Exactly, you could also build a park in the middle. That's why I'm thinking, too, because again, just a turbo bout does seem easy, but doing a good turbo bout, that could be difficult. And I think that could be really super, super fun for both of us. Especially because we both think we know what we're doing, when in reality, none of us know anything. Alright, and now, with just 5 minutes left, folks, get the hype rolling in chat. The last 5 minutes of Cities in a Snap is here. This is what we're here for, folks. This is what we sign up for every week. The last 5 minutes, the hype is real. A turbo bout. A turbo bout is basically a super efficient roundabout. That is the best way I can put it. They're trying to try doing a roundabout that has to handle high traffic flow. Well, and that's kind of that'll be kind of part of the grading scale, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I think a turbo bout, again, that implies heavy traffic flow. So I'll say this, a heavy traffic flow turbo bout. That's what we need to do, Chris. So if we can do that, that'll be great. It'll be absolutely marvelous. Already 2 hours passed? Just about. Turbos are roundies on steroids, pretty much. The hype is real! And so am I, because folks, this is Cities in a Snap. I am your host, Kazjem, and we are getting to the end here, because with just 4 minutes left, either Grath and me, Cybex Streams, Kitty Claude, or Dawn Lane will be moving to the championship at the end of the month, where they'll face off against the grand champion standing, Kiggy80, or not Kiggy85, he's just Kiggy now, that's right. So, folks, whoever wins this will go up against Kiggy at the end of the month, as well as whoever wins next week and the week after. Because keep in mind, grudge matches, details in a snap, and the breast cancer research event are not part of the mainline Cities in a Snap brackets. We are working towards maybe having a detailing championship once we have a third winner, and a fourth winner even, because at that point I think we could do really good and crown a grand champion of detailing. Hey Kaz, how are you? Doing well, Carl Lover. How are you doing, my friend? No slow to merge /mod. Exactly. Pretty much, yeah, exactly. And now, folks, just 3 minutes remain, folks. Just 3 minutes. I can't stop reading Kiggy's name. Not as Kiggy. K1991 now. Oh my goodness. Why are you seeing it that way? That is gonna mess with me. And please don't mess with me. His name is already wreaking havoc on my brain. I'm glad you're doing well, my friend. And now, with just 3 minutes left, folks, the hype is real with Cities in a Snap. The only weekly city building esport that is amazing, beautiful, part of the community, and also is just so darn much fun. There we go, just someone say detailing, that sounds like fun. I know, right? Usually working. I still can't believe your build last week. I still cannot believe it. You did absolutely phenomenal. I just can't believe it. Like, you just knocked it out of the park. I still can't believe you did that in 2 hours. Like, I looked back at pictures of that as I was adding it to a folder for Season Snap stuff. I was like, that is just incredible. The fact that you did that in 2 hours is just nuts. What are Grathan's doing? I'm glad you like what Grathan's doing. Let's see here. But folks, who do you think is pulling ahead right now? If you had to say one person has hit the idea on the head, who do you think is winning? Who do you think deserves to move on? And who do you think is going to be crowned the champion this week? Pentagon. There we go. I'm glad my name change is causing such a stir. Oh my goodness, Kiki, you have no idea. It's messed up so many things. It's just like, But it's okay, we'll figure it out in the end. We always do! But for now, folks, we got just 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining! There we go. You think Grafton has this. Really, why is that, Pirate Turtle? I need reasons. Why do you think he's winning? Because, folks, remember, I will be measuring them all up against a rubric, and the moderators will, of course, have the ability to watch me fill out the rubric, and then chat is part of the vote as well. That's right. You guys, your very own category on the rubric. You guys have a great deal of power. You guys have completely knocked my rubric champion out before by doing that, and that's how powerful the chat vote is here. And folks, with just over a minute remaining, be sure to let everyone know that you're rooting for them. Make sure everyone knows that you're hyped about Season Snap. Be sure to retweet all the stuff and do all the things, because folks, there are 60 seconds remaining. As well as unique, complete, varied. It is unique, complete, and varied. Now, I think if Cybexes were a little bigger, say particularly with more farmland, he would be a very good contestant for this. I do like Kitty Claw's idea, but I feel like it's a little rough. I think if Kitty Claw had another 5-10 minutes, I think she'd be in good shape. But again, she just doesn't have that time. And now, of course, we're coming down to the final bit. It seems everyone is taking tree brushes at this point and getting their final vantage points, figuring out how they're going to start things up. And we're going to have to see who wins. Because, folks, in just 25 seconds, we're going to have a champion. That's right. The champion is coming in 20 seconds, folks. Hey, Keyboard, hey, Mountain Royals, Morning Morphos. What's up there, Morphos? Taraja for second, indeed. And now, folks, we have just 10 seconds remaining, folks. And we've got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop! All building must stop. That is Cities in a Snap. Small towns, rural US edition. That is beautiful, perfect, amazing. All the building has stopped. Folks, you know what time it is. We are going to take a brief break so that the participants may stand up and stretch their legs so that you may get a refreshment if you'd like. And we will be right back in just a few minutes with a quick little couple words about the judging, and then of course the actual final interviews and judging round. So don't go anywhere. More Cities in a Snap right after this. Hello and welcome to this week's Cities in a Snap event. I am your organizer and host, Kazjem, and I would like to thank all of you for coming out today. A couple brief things. First of all, thank you moderators who help make this happen. They help keep the chat kind of sane. They also help answer a lot of questions. They also do things such as managing the Discord, managing our Facebook page, keeping the Instagram and Twitter running, and a variety of other activities such as being giveaway wardens. Also, I want to thank all of you who help make this event happen on a weekly basis. This does take a lot of man hours on the back end, and it's up to you guys to make sure that it can continue. You guys can help contribute to the Cities in a Snap event directly by subscribing to this channel here, twitch.tv/citiesinasnap, or by going and giving bits, or you can donate directly, or you can even sign up for our Patreon, link down below. And we also want to encourage all of you to let your friends know how you spend your Saturdays, and also be sure to hop in the community Discord. We're in there all the time, we're answering questions, we're responding to feedback, and we're continually trying to make this event better for you, the viewer. Anyways, thank you so much for coming out, thank you to this week's participants, and I hope you enjoy this week's Cities in a Snap. All right, and we are back. I thank you all for sticking around through that brief little ad break. Again, just to explain that, we are running ads now on this channel, occasionally just to help be part of the change that Twitch needs in order to prevent weird experiments like the past business of forcing people to watch ads at inopportune times doesn't exist as much. But either way, we are moving on. We are going into the judging round, and this is a brief reminder of how this is going to work. Each participant will have 5 minutes to explain themselves, showcase their city, answer any questions, and try to convince us that their city is the best. They will also be just taking us on a general tour, showing us what everything is. Now, I will be filling up my rubric. I would encourage you to also go to citizensnap.com/rubric to see an example rubric. That's not the exact rubric I use right now, but it will give you an idea of how we rate things here on Cities in the Snap. And of course, at the end, there will be a chat vote that opens up, and you can feel free to vote in that chat vote as soon as everyone has showcased their city. And now, without further ado, we're going to dive right into the interviews. And that, of course, starts off with Gratham. What's up? So, it's been a while, but I'm sure you're familiar with the drill still. You got about 5 minutes to showcase your city. Also, chat would like to know, how's it feel with you looking over my shoulder? And I feel very comforted knowing that Gratham is looking over my shoulder. Knowing that I can't possibly make any mistakes without the magnificent Gratham checking out everything I do.
Awesome. He's got plates all over his desk, everyone. Absolutely huge amounts of plates. Anyway,
there actually is a plate, so that's kind of creepy. We're gonna move on though. All right, so you got 5 minutes. Just showcase your city. Show us what it's all about.
Okay, everyone. This is the city of Lakewood, I believe. That was the auto name we generated, but we don't talk about that. It was originally here as to get access to this little bit of water that goes down here. This area flooded quite often down the bottom there. So the whole point of this city is that it was here. It's got plenty of irrigation, but again, plenty of access to the water. As time has gone on, more and more companies have come in and taken over the land. There's obviously some smaller farms that are around the edge, which are the farms that are less square, so companies don't want to buy them as much. We hit our population that we wanted, which was just over 8,000, which means we qualify for a lovely little airport down here, and the companies can rent this out and use it to spray their crops. Nice. We've got such lovely features as wheat and corn and green over there. We've also got like a little area down here, a milking shed for all the cows, and again, sort of carrying over here. This is the utilities area. This area provides water and garbage supply and some electricity for the whole region. It's very, very important, this area. We've got a small town down over here, which was mainly here for the mining part. Now that's expanded over time. It was just this smaller area. They got a bigger crane in. Digging machine, not crane. This was the old mine that's then slowly filled up with water. And again, this is where the old sort of storage facilities used to be. We've got plenty of, over the years, solar energy has become more important to people. So we've had plenty of solar fields being put in, again, by big companies that move in. These, if people don't know what these are, basically these are areas that this thing around the edge rotates and waters the crops, which is why it's round like this. Again, you see them all over this area. Over here we've got Walmart in its own little thing. Apparently no one likes coming here, which is a bit weird because it's a rural city. This is like the only real connection to the outside world for a lot of cases. We've got another cheeky not Walmart that's moved in later, which is why there's a gap between the two of them. Walmart, they don't like shops near them. Over here is our sort of smaller shop area, and over here is like our pharmacy and like general kind of like just little services for this area. We've got a orchard, and this place stores huge amounts of apples for all year round. In lovely tasty carbon dioxide. Again, storage for the storage for the mining. I think. Oh no, we've got a market as well along the main road. Along down the main road is all the shops, huge amounts of shops. I don't know why Andy's has decided to buy so many shops in one area, but that's what he's done. Over here we got the mayor's little sort of gardens where he serves lots of Ferrero Rocher, and definitely doesn't mind control the entire town to vote for him. Over this side we've got the school and the school grounds. Again, as time's gone on, they've upgraded the school. Again, all about that baseball. And yeah, so plenty of churches around the spots too. There's one there. I'm sure there's another church in here somewhere. I'm sure someone, if you go in down there and ask Kazjim, will be able to let you know. And again, lots of fields with individual kind of like little storage areas. And again, the Amazon's moved in a little bit over here again, sort of supplying the area with this lovely train connection that we've got, and more storage. This used to be the only place for this town with their industry, but again, it's kind of expanded out. And again, we've got a little bit of industry down here too for our mining down there. So if you've got any questions for me, Kazjim, that'd be great. But that is our city. That is everything I wanted to show, and I hope you all liked it.
It looks absolutely beautiful. I do have a couple of quick questions, though. You can probably rattle through them real quick. So, first of all, I loved the irrigation system that you had, the circular irrigation system. I loved that. The only thing that I wish you had done is, I wish you would have been able to find, there's a few things that do this, and I'm sure you know some, but having something on the end to kind of catch it, or even wheels or something, because just the torque there that would be required to hold that and suspend it like that is bugging me so much. But
no,
that's just such
it wasn't
detail.
meant to be. To be honest, it wasn't meant to be like It's just meant to be representative. It's not meant to be exactly like it was. This is water in the area. Otherwise, I could do things like I could cut a cheese slice out again and make that. I could have done that, just like make that a theme of my.
I mean, maybe you could have.
If you remember from last time, but again, like I try and go for the feel of things, right? The whole if this doesn't feel,
you definitely hit it.
If this doesn't feel like this area, then this part of the United States, then obviously
it definitely feels like small.
Else, right?
It does feel like the small towns. It absolutely does. Then one other thing, we are over time, but I'm going to ask because I feel it's important, at least for what I'm looking for here. But as far as the actual layout, can you show me kind of the approximation of where each of your industries are? Because you seem to have a lot of different industries going on here. Can you show me?
So I've got
where each of them are?
mining down here.
Right.
It's mainly the mining part. This is all farming industry, whatever that's called. My brain's gone. All these pieces are all farms. Like I've zoned all the whole area and things, and these are all individual farm pieces. This is more generic industry. Oh no, I think that's actually farms as well. So we got mining, generic industry, Walmart, if that counts as an industry, and export.
Almost
and
does.
Loads of farming.
Okay.
That's what we've got.
That's what I was going to say. So it is mostly farming, then like the town's trying to get into some of that ore extraction too, it looks like.
Yeah, well, this ore's been here for a long time. That was the idea. So again,
Gotcha.
Sort of filled out that. And again, bigger companies come in, make bigger fields. The crappy little farmers, they're just left around the edge. As you haven't asked about my traffic, it's 86% at the moment. And again, my population is just a smidge over 8k.
Awesome. Well, that's all we got time for. Again, I took you a little over with those last couple questions because, again, such a great job. And again, it's one of those things that, man, an extra 5 minutes, you could like boost those couple little things just by 1,000,000%. It's absolutely insane what you've done. But here's hoping that you do well in the polls. And folks, again, for your consideration, twitch.tv/GrapThanMe.
Thank you, guys.
Anytime. And now we are on to Cybex. What's up, Cybex?
What's going on, guys? How was Grantham City?
It was a city.
It was beautiful, I suspect.
Well, we don't know yet, do we? No, we do
okay.
know. You don't know, but we know.
Beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful. I already know.
Yeah, you do know. But, so you know the drill. You got about 5 minutes. Just take us through your city, show us what you've got, and, yeah, wow us.
Cool. Welcome in, guys. I just want to welcome you guys into Rockdale. This is our nice little small American city. Looks like you could have a nice daily sitcom or maybe some soaps set in it. So that's kind of what we're going for, just kind of small town feel. So, of course, all of the town square is emptied out right now for COVID, so we don't have anybody here shopping, just a little cop car patrol, and we've got a little cemetery action. We've got our cathedral there in the middle, plenty of green space, park space, things like that, and plenty of shopping and all that type of stuff. Of course, any small town's got to have your mom and pop ice cream parlor, so we do have that hanging out. And as we head across the interstate here, we'll go across the interstate to kind of the other side of kind of what's happening with our city. Any American city's got to have a McDonald's in it, so we've got a McDonald's kind of built into the to our Speedway gas station car truck stop. We've got a pilot on the other side for most of our semis, things like that. Some parking and all back here in the back for all of our overnight truck drivers that need to park. A little White Castle action, because where better to eat when you're driving through a little small town at 12 o'clock at night or 2 o'clock in the morning than a White Castle. And then as you continue on in, we built a drive-in movie theater. So we have our drive-in theater complete with the concession stands and a playground, as well as plenty of parking, ample space leading up to the screen. That gives me a good opportunity to show you the night view of our city. So it's nice and well lit around the outsides, but nice and dark in the middle, and gives you that kind of like secluded feel while you're watching your movie. I had a couple people in chat ask me like why some of these trucks are parked backwards, because if you're driving a truck to the drive-in, you're putting a bunch of blankets in the back and you're laying back in that back watching the movie the luxurious way. So
Right.
That's the way to do it. Old school viewing. Let's see. I don't know why I couldn't find my beauty. There we go. Ultimate Eye Candy. We'll go back to daytime here. We'll go over and browse on over. We've got a ginormous junkyard that we built over here, complete with boneyard for scrap planes. All the trees growing up in the middle and along the sides are intentional. Obviously, that's not super well cared for. If I had a little more time, I may have put down like some more grass, even overgrown grass, things like that. But we literally were like nonstop, boom, 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 the whole way through for a full 2 hours to get all these projects done. So now back over into the main part of the city, kind of to see how people live in our city. So in our city, we've got all pretty much all suburb look. Everything's these nice, beautiful suburb roads we used these are these beautiful suburb roads from the big collection. I still freaking love these assets. They look beautiful. Just nice,
They're
clean,
so perfect for the
plain.
area too.
They are, yeah. I mean, I use them in every city. Anytime I'm building a suburb now, it's just beautiful. And you can use the worn ones too, which gives you plenty of detail and look on it. This is our town high school. So we've got a big track and field team, big baseball team, and this is the main school itself. We've got about 1,600 citizens living in this beautiful little town, I guess. And that's pretty much it. That is our city. Any like stats or details you want to see?
Chat will probably want to know your traffic at this point. They always want to know these things.
I didn't have the game on pause long, so I don't know. 81%.
Okay. Again, it's one of those things that, like, for my rubric, it has absolutely nothing to do with it, but chat's nosy.
Yeah,
we know how
I
chat
totally
is.
get it. I totally get it. Yeah, we
so-
kind of just went for the autumn small town feel.
And that's
some of the
something I
main things
love
to be
that you
fun.
use the fall colors, because like that in my stream city on Monday and Tuesdays, I've been building with a fall theme for a while that I'm putting together. I've been building with all the fall trees. I'm trying to make it feel like fall, because it's one of those things that you don't get much of the fall colors. We get summer, we get winter, but we don't get much fall. We get a little bit of spring, but not much fall.
Yeah.
So I
Yep.
love having that.
And it's so colorful and beautiful. I love it.
Indeed. So now something else I do have a question on here. So you focused a lot around that little church square. Is there a reason why you focused so heavily over there and then had like a little bit of what looks like a modern development on the other side of the highway?
Yeah, so obviously this city's built right on the interstate. So a city that's built on the interstate can only be so small. If you've got an interstate that's flowing that close to you and that through, you're going to have an opportunity to make some money off of it. So we built in the drive-in theater. So hopefully, if we have any large cities around us, that they would draw in traffic to just come in and view the drive-in, as well as the pilot and the truck stops. That's great tax revenue. So we kind of just built it to where, you can only, a small city can only resist being larger for so long if you're this close to the interstate.
So, and then really quick question. This will take us a little over, but I think it's fine just for this response. Mighty O asks, how does a small town have such a great cathedral?
Because they're a small town, so they're focused on their faith. Focused on their faith, and they're focused on. I don't know the full answer to that.
Hey, honestly,
Reasons.
I buy that. I buy that.
Reasons.
Like, honestly, it's not terribly unreasonable to have that be a focal point, and because also you have to think, Mighty O, a lot of rural areas might not even have their own church, so this might be the regional church for like a good 30-mile radius around. I kid you not.
It could be
in
possible.
my area, that's something.
I guess I'll just say I don't really have an explanation for the reason, but I will say a lot of the small towns that I live with, that I'm near, have I guess because of their age and the fact that they're so far out and so rural, they've all got main features like this in their downtown. So I mostly don't have a reason for why that is, but I have the reason for why I did it.
Okay, fair enough. I like that very much. So again, folks, for your consideration, twitch.tv/Cybex streams, and best of luck in the polls, my friend.
Sounds good. Thanks.
And that means that now we are on to participant number 3, Kitty Claude.
Hey.
So, you know the drill. You're going to have about 5 minutes, take us on a journey, show off your city, and just tell us why your city is awesome. Then also, chat's nosy. They've been asking everyone what the traffic is, so you'll probably have to give us that number too.
Yeah, well, traffic is 80-something, 83. So the first thing when you come into the town, you see the cows come home for Spotted Cow beer. You can only get this beer in Wisconsin, and Adventures of AJ made this billboard for me a couple weeks ago.
That's cute.
So when I found out that I was back up for rural US, so that was a big thing. So we come in here, we have just like a little college, like it would be like a technical college.
Right.
Because rural, you don't usually get the big campuses, but sometimes you have like the technical colleges. And so here is this one of the towns, one of the small little towns that people live in. I have like the commercial, the residential, and everything. And then over here is the industry where they work at for their livelihood. Now you come to this side and you can have weekend adventures. So this side we have a nature reserve, like I was showing everybody on break. And I have the tents and the fishing lined up here. And then you go across here and there are sometimes some outdoor festivals here.
Oh, I
which
like
happens,
that.
yeah, which does happen in Wisconsin. Everybody goes to festivals and camps out. So I have like the parking lot over here. And then I have the little camping areas where they can stay. I have the bathrooms in here, right there. And then they can throw their tents out here. They can set up their little stalls to sell stuff, t-shirts or whatever. And then
The
I have
obligatory tie-dye
t-shirts.
t-shirt salesman.
Yes, yeah, of course. And then, they can camp out around here too. And then they have fishing over here. There's a cabin you can rent. Spots for to set up like all your friends for the tents. Yeah, and then I just a little spot down here that somebody set up with the campfire. That I did. And then when you continue on your way down here, we come across just a little one-horse town. This little tiny one. I did put a Quick Trip in and another ode to Wisconsin. We love our Quick Trip gas stations because they're also a convenience store with really good deals and good food, especially their bakery. And then, of course, we had to have the pig. That's what we affectionately call the Piggly Wiggly up here. They're just in small towns in the Midwest. So most small towns, you'll see the pig. And then if we continue on down here, you will stop and be able to pick your own apples at the apple orchard, which is another big thing here. Yeah, people go and pick apples, so for fun. So that's your apple orchard that I have there. And then I have, going across here, I have the equestrian center like I showed before. There's their house, and they got the 3 horses in the pasture, and then their big stable, and then another barn to keep horses in. And then if you come down this way, I set up some fishing piers, and it's just some people living sporadically throughout here, because you'll have people who own like 30, 50 acres of land that have their house on there. This just basically live in the middle of nowhere. And then we're going to drive up here, up this way. I have just a farm, and all they have is crops. It's just a big crop farm, family farm. So that's her house right there with the gravel. because they'll always have gravel to drive into with their barns. And then you come down here and there's their storage. And then up here by the river, I put the cows by the river because, for drinking water. Because in real life, they would be grazing, there'd be fences, and they would be out grazing, not stuck in these tiny little paddocks, right? And the farmers would rely actually on the river for them to drink, at least during the summer. Maybe not so much during the winter. You'd have to figure out something else for the winter.
Yeah, it'd be a little chilly, a little bit frozen over, depending on where you are.
So he just raises crops to feed his cows. And then I got the milking parlor there. And then I found this cute shed on the workshop. And then we got a couple tractors out here. There's a tractor. I guess here I only put one tractor.
I actually know that shed not from the workshop, but actually from Farming Simulator.
Oh, so that's
that's funny. I know that exact shed. That is hilarious. I know from a different game.
Oh yeah, and they put a couple tractors over on this farm here too. How much time do I have left?
You've got about 10 seconds left.
Oh, okay. So that's perfect. So that is the tour.
Obviously.
So this wild weekend out in the rural USA.
I love it. It looks great. Now, again, you did kind of more of a modular design. You've got little pods that are spread out a little bit from one another, and I really like that. But one question I do have for you in regards to that is, so what did you use to kind of judge how spread out should this be? Because obviously, I mean, you've got a lot of map. It's not necessarily close, but you're not exactly taking up the whole map either. So what was your justification for the distances between these different pods?
I just kind of eyed it and thought, well, realistically, would this be far, this far away from it? Would this be this far away from it? Farms are can be pretty much spread out here because you'll have like a lot of forest between farms. Which is why it's just populating the map with trees. But so I did have a reason for doing that. So, and that was it. It's just basically this experience is driving throughout the whole Midwest, and because on all the road trips I was on as a kid, and so, yeah.
Awesome. Well, it looks great. Looks spot on, folks. Again, for your consideration, twitch.tv/kittyclawed, and good luck in the polls.
Thank you.
Awesome. And now we are on to our contestant number 4. If I can click over properly. Oh my goodness, Discord's janking up. There we go. It unjanked. And now we're into the great Dawn Lane. How are you doing, Dawn?
Hello there, Kazjem. How are you?
Doing well. You know the drill, obviously. I mean, you know it by now. You got 5 minutes. Let us know about your city and just convince us that it's amazing.
My settings
chat's nosy. They probably want to know your traffic.
So yeah, I know.
Gotta satisfy chat. And then Dawn Lane, you went quiet. I think you released push to talk.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I keep forgetting that part.
You're okay.
It's only the Discord that I have to worry about it. So 75, 77, that's really good for my traffic. I just want you all to know, because usually it's like 40s or lower. I'm also liking, I have complaints because there's not enough workers. But that's not a bad thing, considering I usually have, can't move my camera. And then of course we have our power outage, because I kind of built that up the very last minute. But welcome to the rural American town of we're just starting out. Most rural towns start out with a couple of things called a farm. I'm not sure what Oklahomans like, so I kind of did this based off of what I know. I'm trying to get my camera to move. But it won't. So I kind of did this off of what I know, and so anybody from my area knows that we have horses. So we have our nice little horse barn here, and our horses and our stone walls, because that's what we have. And this was probably one of the founding little farms. And then in came the bigger farm, where, you know, you get the fields of wheat and cotton and all the nice little things. And it grew so much that they ended up having workers coming in. And as this developed, so did the town coming around it. So around here, industry isn't really separated from houses. Neither is commercial. It's all basically, you go down the main street and you will have commercial down there. You'll have houses on the commercial road, things like that. So that's what I kind of went with. The idea that, yeah, you have these little smaller cities and you have, you know, your small roads and you've got your farms, and then next door you might have the cinema, or you might have, you know, a gas station or something like that. They kind of just pop up, and I'm getting beat up by my dog, so excuse me. He wants attention, so he's coming underneath my arm and pushing my arm, which is pushing the mouse, which is making it very hard.
That's so cute, though.
Yeah, no, it's not really. Not when you
give the doggo pets.
Now I'm all goofed up, and I can't get my screen to move, so.
You're okay.
Well, anyway, over there in the distance, because that would be where I would be going next, is... All right, so over here is our nice other thing that I know, and this I do know about down your way, is you guys are all really big into your sports teams and your high school.
Nah, we don't know what sports are down here. We're allergic to them.
I went to Texas, and your high school stadiums for your football are like our main stadium here.
Yeah,
like
it's pretty bad.
And
pretty epic.
These are high schools. So I had to include the football field because definitely, God forbid. And I think it's aptly named the Colts because, you know, with the horses and stuff.
I love that.
I wasn't sure about how you guys felt about baseball, but since baseball was kind of big around here, that's why you have the baseball field too. But I think I probably could have just gotten away with dropping in the stadium here for you guys and saying, oh, look, it's a high school, your average Oklahoma high school. And we did our nice little neighborhood. And these are just like the little, all low density housing stuff. There's not many apartment buildings or multi-family houses around where I am either, so I don't put those in either. I'm very upset with my son because my son had to try to modify my stream while I was doing it. So that made things a little harder, and I did not get done everything I wanted to get done at all. So I apologize for that. But anyway, that's my little city with my little horse stables and my rocks and my tractor supply stores and...
God, how those tractor supply stores. Now, I do have a couple questions, though. We did just run out of time, but I do want to ask you a couple things. So, you kind of took some influences from up by where you are and some influences down from where we are, but where would you say geographically your town is? Because it's rural U.S., but like, where are we talking approximately?
Try like Ohio.
You're going for... Okay, I can definitely see it in Ohio.
Like in the middle. Because, like I had told you before, this is a flat map. Where I am, the map isn't just flat. The ground isn't
exactly.
flat. The other thing is we have so many trees and so many, stone walls and stuff like that. So
right.
Not knowing anything about Oklahoma, and I know this map is from Oklahoma, but driving through some of Ohio, I kind of knew what Ohio was like. And
it's
since
not too
Ohio
far off,
was
just flatter.
and Ohio, but that's it. Ohio was flat. So it kind of gave me the idea of that. And I just kind of thought about being down, you're near Texas. So of course, horses are going to be a big thing. The same thing with football,
Gotcha.
it's just okay. So I know they have that. I do not know what type of trees you have down there. I don't know. So I just kind of tried to pick whatever I thought would kind of look good and
We don't
go
have
with that.
trees in Oklahoma. We have
Do you have
elaborate
rocks?
bushes. We have
All right,
rocks
I
and
need to-
elaborate bushes. That's all. We
Do
don't
you
real
have big
trees.
rocks like evergreen rocks? Because that was
Oh
one of my
yeah.
questions.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we have big rocks down here. If that's what you're going for, we definitely have big evergreen style rocks. We
Well,
have
'cause I
rocks
was
that would knock
gonna-
his socks off.
I was gonna put in a couple of big rocks, and then I go, but it's Oklahoma. I don't know if they actually have big rocks, so I don't really want to do that.
do.
So I didn't put
We do.
any.
We have big rocks, then we put some soil on top of them and call them a hill. It's not really a hill, but we claim it is. But either way, thank you so much, Dawn Lane, for giving us this great tour. I love your city. I love the idea that came out. I mean, even a couple of you in chat are like, I like this idea. So I think you did a great job of coming up with a good set of ideas for a rural town. And best of luck in the polls, folks.
All right.
For
Well,
your
I'm just going
consideration,
to plug something.
twitch.tv/Dawn Lane. Yes?
I'm plugging next week because
Yes.
I'm actually prepared for the breast cancer
Yes.
awareness one. So to
Plug
see
away.
why I actually keep entering this, that's where to go.
Exactly. It's going to be great. And folks, again, both her and Kitty Club will be in next Sunday's charity event. So we'll chat
Can't wait.
with you later, Dawn Lane. Good luck in the polls.
Bye.
All right, folks. And now we're going to be opening up the chat vote. So let's go ahead and get this rolling. Again, please vote for your favorite city, not your favorite streamer, your favorite city. And let's go ahead and get this rolling. Let's see your CIAS chat vote. And now let's go ahead and say 1 will be Grathen me, 2 will be Cybex, 3 will be Kitty, and 4 will be Dawn. And let's go ahead and get this rolling. It will be a 3-minute vote. Be sure to get your voices heard. Remember, folks, this chat is this vote is yours. So be sure to make your vote heard. I'll fill out my rubric. I will then plug in the numbers from that into the rubric, and we will see who wins Cities in a Snap. But do remember that chat vote is not 100% of the vote. It is not 100%. It is added to the judging rubric. You love how quiet that typing was over stream? Can someone give me a quick recap? A quick recap? There's no such thing as a quick recap for Cities in Snap. No, there is. I don't know what you're looking for, unfortunately, or I would give it to you. But folks, also, if you do not have the ability to see that polling interface, you can do it with /vote1, /vote2, /vote3, and /vote4. Captain, can I give a quick synopsis? I don't really have a quick synopsis for you, unfortunately, because there's a lot of stuff that happened. I mean, I couldn't summarize these if I wanted to. I couldn't even summarize one of them in 3 minutes, let alone all of them. There we go. Quiet typing on stream. How unprofessional. I know, right? Gratham is taking off. There we go. For context, I meant in the votes. There we go. Well, you don't know that. There we go. All right. I'm late. Don't hate me. I will hate you, Johnny HD, because you never have to be super on time for Cities in a Snap. This is a wonderful community event, and it's wonderful just for you being here. That's really what it's all about. And we will see what this chat vote is going to come out to. Everyone, make your voices heard. Make sure you get your votes in. And make sure, again, that you do it for your favorite city, not your favorite streamer. Because that is important here. Because whoever wins this is going to face off against Kiggy and 2 others at the end of the month. And also, a quick couple things to plug. Be sure to tune in next week for Rural Europe on Saturday. And then the breast cancer charity stream on Sunday. Also, sometime in the next couple weeks, be sure to look out for Grudge Match number 2, a 1-hour event between Imperial Jedi and Usually Working. And then, after that, we will have Grudge Match number 3 between myself and Eclipse Chris. And then, of course, Grudge Match number 4, well, that's up to you. Who is going to be the next Grudge Match? Be sure to challenge someone in the community. Be sure to let us know if you manage to get someone to accept your challenge, and I will get you scheduled. I'll definitely try to make it to next week's event for Rural EU. Oh, it'll be absolutely great. Just an overview, like, what's the traffic and the style? The traffic, they all had decent traffic. None of them had great traffic. Grathamy had, I think, I can't really give a synopsis, because if I give a synopsis, I might influence a vote, and I don't want to influence the vote any, Johnny HD. So I would love to do that, but if I start giving a synopsis, I'm going to possibly alter the vote, and I don't want to do that. There we go. Someone phone ESPN. Crispy versus Kaz, something like that. Someone phone ESPN. So that's what I did. Having only seen the interviews, I think I can vote for the best city and not the best streamer. Probably. There we go. Lol, Johnny HD killing it with the jokes today. Something like that. Alright, so let's go ahead and plug these numbers into our rubric, and we will see who wins Cities in Snap today. Let's go ahead and enter UN right here. And then let's see here. That goes down here, so hang on. You go right here, enter. There's the final score for that one. Here's the final score here. Here's your final score. Here's your final score. And then let me go ahead and tally these up. There we go. And that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And it looks like we have a winner. So, folks, our champion this week for U.S. Rural Small Towns is none other than... Can we get a drum roll? Can we get a drum roll? You know what? We're not going to go with the drum roll. We are going to say that the winner is... Congratulations, Gratham, on winning Cities in a Snap!
Wow.
Congratulations. How's it feel? How's it feel to snag that W?
I didn't even, I mean, I think I could have won, right? But I missed Cybex's one, which I'm really sad about. So hopefully his one was good. Thank you for the spam, everyone in chat.
Well, of course, that's how it happens. Well, again, congratulations. I loved your build. I think it was a great, very complete build, a complete set of ideas, which a complete set of ideas is hard for Cities in Snap, as you know, because very often you're one of the people in chat that's like, man, they didn't quite finish the idea. You finished your ideas for the most part, and that is huge. It gets you so many points, and also I love the fact that you lined it up so you get a couple of those perfect screenshots. That's something else that I do appreciate, because you gotta love those photo moments. You gotta.
yeah. I mean, like I was trying to do this one. Like this was the original one, or like that one. Like you could see a bit of this side. I was like, I don't want to do any stuff over here, so I'll do like this one. And I'm like, then I went over here, and I was like, oh, actually, this one's quite nice.
Right.
But yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, chat. Thank you all the other people who they all stepped in, right? All the other people who are my opponents.
Yeah, we did have a couple step in, yeah. But again, absolutely brilliant. You did a great job. We'll leave you alone for now, Gratham. But again, marvelous job. Well done.
Thank you.
Awesome. And folks, I just cut him off. I feel so bad. Anyways, so folks, that's it for Cities in Snap today. I hope you have enjoyed today's event. Again, be sure to, if you want to see more of these type of events, be sure to hit up Patreon, be sure to subscribe, drop bits, etc. Do anything you want. You can donate directly. You can get a hold of us to see how you can contribute to the event in a different way. Be sure to message me. We are always looking for help. We're looking for merchandise designers right now. So be sure to hit me up and we can see how you can help with Cities in a Snap. This is a magnificent community event. Also a quick little plug for the charity event happening next Sunday. Be sure to retweet everything you see on Twitter. Be sure to join the new community Reddit that is available for Cities in a Snap. Hop in the community Discord if you're not there already. Like us on Facebook. Follow on Instagram. And, of course, one final thank you to those who helped make this event happen by supplying a new graphics card. This would not have happened without you folks. You all are absolutely amazing. Thank you again so much. You guys pretty much saved Cities in a Snap. So now, without further ado, we're going to go say hi to the winner. Thank you all again for coming in. And until next time, this is KazGem signing out. See ya!